everybody. What is going on in your world? It is Connor. We're back with another watch-along. I'd just like to say thank you so much, by the way, for the watch-along. I don't know if all of you guys were part of it, but we've seen a massive, increase in the watch-along numbers. And thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Not known for my watch-alongs, probably more a little bit known for my standalone videos, of which I talk to you guys. That's always been the bread and butter. But I thought I'd put a little bit more emphasis on the watch-alongs this season. And I know I've not been here every single game, so I've tried to get down to Ellen Road as much as I can because, I still want to go down there. I'm still a Leeds fan. I get it, it's business. I understand that. But I do want to still get down there and watch my club. So sometimes I sacrifice maybe what I should be doing for a bit of pleasure with Leeds United. So, yeah, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And listen, I think on the last one, we did real-time 18,000 views on the commentary one, which is really good, So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. But today, we're getting into this Millwall game. Stay with me throughout. Everybody slap a like on the video. And let's get into the lineup. Guys, I've not actually got the lineup graphic, which is really annoying. My editor guy is away today, so I'm having to sort of do this and flagship it by myself. So this will be the first time I see it. So let's just share it, shall we? Let's get it up. You're starting 11. Oh, yeah, I'm already liking it. I'm already liking the guy. Look at the aura, man. Look at the aura. Wow. Jesus, Mr. Farker. Let's just have a look at the subs here. Okay. I don't mind it, So I predicted it was going to be Darlow, Schmidt, Byram, Strout, Verber. I said it was going to be Rothwell and Gilavogi in the middle. Then I said Ramazani, Nonso, and James. And then I said Joseph. So I think he's gone two different in terms of Verber and out and James out. So on the bench, James isn't even on the bench, is he? He stayed at home, having a bit of a rest. Peru in there, Aronson, Tanaka. Yeah, that just shows the rotation, doesn't it? It just shows it's strong, that. It's really, really, really strong. So, What are you guys thinking about that? Are you happy about that? As well, after the game, everybody, you know how it goes. We've got the instant match reaction, then we've got a little bit of the fan forum. Steve's in the chat right now. We're going to be getting together with Steve and Mike as well, who's going to be a new... Mike's part of the Patreon, everybody. If you want to get involved in the Patreon, basically, we've got a Gary Kelly tier now, which has newly been introduced to the channel. If you want to come on the channel for the instant match reactions, you have to be involved in the Gary Kelly tier, of which all the people who come on the channel are involved in the Gary Kelly tier. Link in the description below for the Patreon. Or if you just want to type in www.patreon.com/One Leeds Fan Channel. That's it. Very, very basic. So, let's get into some of the stats going into this one, because we're all stats-based nowadays, aren't we? So these are the expected goals. Between the two, Leeds, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? And we're only Feb. We're on the 8th of Feb. Madness. Absolute madness. 60.2 goals for the Whites, 36.3 for Millwall. Then you've obviously got the goals per match, which, we've doubled Millwall's here. Millwall have got slightly better under Alex Neil, don't get me wrong, but yeah, Leeds pretty much doubling them on all aspects here. Goals conceded per match. Millwall have actually got a decent record, and 0.9 is not bad at all. It's not a bad record. Leeds at 0.6. Team rating. Millwall lost 1 in the last 5. 3 on the bounce. Not going to be easy, this. Not going to be easy whatsoever. Big chances missed. 53-32. And the last results between Leeds United and Millwall have been blockbusters. Earlier on in the season, obviously, it was going down there and having our trademark loss. In 2023, it was actually quite nice because we went down there and won. But this time round, it kind of works, really, in historical value anyway, where we go down there and lose, which we have done, I think, in my lifetime, barring 2 or 3 times. Ross McCormack down there, of which I was there. 3-0 last season and maybe a draw. That's it. But every single time in my life supporting Leeds United going down there, we've lost. Whether or not it be Neil Harris, whether or not it be like a scrappy own goal. And we've just not been up for the fight. So, yeah, I think that's what they're going to bring today. I think, I don't know, does the cup mean a little bit more to Millwall? They're, we're a traditional club. We are a traditional club, but I feel like Millwall are still, they've not been blessed with that tourism aspect at all. So I feel like they absolutely love the FA Cup because it's traditionalist, isn't it? It's a traditional competition. And Obviously, it takes you away from the championship, of which these guys have been used to for the best part of however many years. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how. I mean, we've gone strong for that. I can't believe how strong he's gone. I'm surprised he's got Ampadu in there. Is Verber even in the squad? Let me have a quick check again. Is Verber even in the squad? No, Verber's not in the squad. So, yeah, I don't really know what that says about Max, to be honest. He's struggling, isn't he? He's struggling. I don't know if I think Vark said that he was injured or something was going on. He's got a bit of a niggle again. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that guy, because this is just a continuous thing, isn't it? It's a continuous theme with him. So, but the key players, I had gone Tanaka. I had gone Tanaka. I don't actually know if they're playing Tanganga. Let's have a quick look at what they're doing. Millwall. Let's have a quick look. I also think that's the first time Joe Rodon's had like a rest in about 800 years. So that's pretty good. Let's have a look what Millwall were doing. I'll share the screen as well. But yeah, I had Tanaka in because I thought, I don't know, on the off chance he might start him, because he has been going strong. He has been going strong. Okay, so they've gone. I quite like this graphic, actually. Actually, no, I don't. It's really annoying. No, I hate this graphic. Yeah, so Tanganga's in. Have they gone strong? Billy Mitchell in there, Jake Cooper, Juicy Jake, Femi Azaz, Joe Bryan, Casper Denor. It's quite a strong team, that, you know. Negley up front, their 3.5 million signing. Ivanovic, who's played really well recently, scored that goal against Luton, didn't he? And Wes Harding. Strong team, that, you know. Strong team from Bill. So, yeah. Obviously, key player for Leeds, I'm going to go Joseph. I think he needs a goal in this one. But, I mean, it is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Tanganga, for me, is one of the best centre-backs in the league. Seriously. I think he's really, really top at this level. I think he's very, very good. Let's not beat around the bush here. This guy who's on the Spurs books for many a year. Get your thoughts in the comment section below. Lineup just dropped. Looks good. Another Leeds W coming. Sai says, morning, everyone. Hi, Sai. I'm seeing that Twitter account, mate. I keep saying this to everybody, buddy. I do stream on Twitter, but it's more of like an advertising. If you are on Twitter, literally, guys, I can whack on screen at some stage a QR code. And with the QR code, you can literally, hit that QR code and go straight to a YouTube account creation. It takes 2 minutes. All the Twitter and Facebook users, I think we had about 8 or 9 people do it last time out. Shout out to all of you guys. It really helps me. And it means that you get all the additional benefits as well. You know, the algorithm doesn't work well on YouTube for Twitter and Facebook users. So yeah, keep it. Make sure you're creating those accounts, bud. Make sure you're doing that. Morning, Conrad. Hey, Tom. Probably lose 1-0 knowing us. I guess the thing is with us, like, I don't know. I'm not that up for this. I'm not like, I'll watch it. I'll read out your guys' comments throughout the game. It doesn't really bother me, the FA Cup. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, 32 this year? Aside from the FA Cup run where I was at White Hart Lane and I was at Old Trafford, aside from that, it's not really bothered me ever, to be honest with you, because in my lifetime, Leeds United have always been struggling and the FA Cup's been a massive distraction. And bear in mind that year with Beckford, and it was his cup competition, really, wasn't it? That year with Beckford, Leeds nearly balls up promotion. We were absolutely horrific after that because we just didn't have the squad for it. So Leeds just went downturn. We lost to Exeter. I think we lost to Gillingham that year. It was horrendous after we beat Man United and drew to Spurs. So, for me, it's one of those where, like, I think it can be a big distraction from the league now. And there's so much money involved in getting promotion. And we all know how important it is to get promoted. I'm just not that arsed. I'm not that bothered. Like, this will probably mean more to Millwall. And that's not an arrogance thing, but I guess technically it is. Because if we go out of this competition, it means we play less games. I don't want us to lose, by the way, but it means we play less games. It means we have less strain on our players. We've got 15 games left. We're not going to win the FA Cup. And I know I'm being a bit of a damper here, but we're not. We all know we're not. We're not going to win the FA Cup. There's too much of a chasm between us and other teams in this competition. So yeah, for me, I'm just a little bit like, well, okay, we just do it to get to the next round of a few scalps. I mean, someone said to me, would you not want to face Man United next year? Would you not want to face like Man United or Liverpool or Chelsea? Well, not really. I'm not really asked. I mean, hopefully next year, we're top of the division right now. Hopefully we're going to next year and we're playing twice over the year anyway. And it's going to be more competitive and it's going to be painful as well. But hopefully not too painful, but we're going to be going up against them, aren't we? So, nah, it's never really been a thing for me. As I say, when we're in League One and I have my season ticket and all this sort of stuff, and you get to go to these funny grounds, and you came up against that lot. And that was magical for me. My grandma and granddad got me a ticket. I don't know how they got it. But then I got to Ellen Road and it was unbelievable. Old Trafford, and it was unbelievable. Like 10,000 Leeds fans there. And I'll never forget that. But we're not at the lowest of the low right now. And at that point, we're at the lowest of the low. You know, Man United, oh my goodness. It was like one of those things. But now we're kind of like bouncing between the champ and the Premier League. It's very much like, well, we're going to be playing them twice anyway. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not. Doesn't hit maybe like it once did. NFFC says, hey, pal, here's to FA Cup weekend. Leeds not notorious for domestic trophies. Only won one FA Cup and one League Cup in the entire history. Maybe two this year. Any champs, maybe double. Yeah, man, we've not been good in cup competitions. I mean, 73 was the grim one. Oh, my God, 73. I mean, I wasn't born, but my old man always says, what does he say? We're always the bridesmaids, never the bride. Or something like that. But yeah, someone said to me as well, yeah, I like the video as well, everybody, rack it up. Someone said to me the other day, they were talking about like the biggest clubs. They said it on one of my comments on the on one of my videos. They were like, oh, well, Leeds, like, cause I was like, oh, we're easy, like top 8 in the country. And he listed like loads of clubs. And in those clubs, I think it was like, so it's like Man United, City, which is painful really, because it's City in it before Arab money and all that. Man United, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. I guess now they are, aren't they? Spurs, Everton, Villa, Leeds. You got Newcastle up there as well. But what do you base it on? Do you know what I mean? Do you base it on honours? Do you base it on size? Do you base it on like one club city? What do you base it on? Is it just ultimately on success? I'd say Chef Wednesday are right up there, but I've not been in the Premier League since like 1999. Do you know what I mean? So it's what do you establish it on? But like, it's like when I was talking about it the other day, I was like, yeah, Leeds like top, at least in top 10, 100% for me anyway. Hope Farker rolls with Joseph Chambers, Ramazani, Nonto. Yeah, I think, well, you've seen it now, haven't you, mate? So, hi, Steve. Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to. I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to seeing Chambers now. I always look forward to watching Joseph. Ramazani is always entertainment. Like if he'd have gone into this with a dull lineup, it'd have been a tough watch. You know what I mean? It'd have been a tough watch. So I'm quite happy he's done that. Alf says, I don't even have commentary on most games. I just stick you on star. Cheers, Alf. I don't notice you a lot, mate, in here, but thank you so much for that, buddy. Morning, just sat in a hot tub in Wales, you jammy dodger. Ollie says, hey, Connor, how you doing? Score predictions. 2-1 Leeds. 2-1 Leeds. Sofa scores Mano in the 10. No, he's not playing, is he? What's wrong with Verb? I don't know, mate. I don't know what's going on with him. Like, he's just... Like, I thought in Jan, it was going to be like, oh, he's going to be back a little bit more often. There's not going to be injuries and all this sort of stuff because, you know, maybe he was arcing for a move away. But, yeah, he's just knackered at the minute, isn't he? And I guess he's the one that worries you on that left-hand side. On that left-hand side of a centre-back pairing, that's probably the worry in it. That he's just now, like, apparently never fit. You know what I mean? That for me, that is a little bit of a worry, naturally. SSJW Animation says, excited to see Chambers. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Roland says, good to see Schmidt getting a start about time. Connor, is there no buy option in Solomon? No, mate, there's not. From what I know anyway, from what I understand, it was just a straight loan. Verba not in the squad. Cup games really do show our depth. I agree. Jamie says, I'm not bothered about the cup, but just don't want to lose this lot. I guess the interesting thing about this is like they'll play because they haven't got the rotation that we have. You know, we've got a fair few first teamers in there, to be honest, but like they're not going to rotate that much. So if they put like an out-and-out full-strength side out, which I look at that Millwall squad and it's not far off. You know, Jake Cooper in there, Ivanovic, they've got Negley in there. Who else is in there? Casper Denor, Luke Kundle, arguably first team. Femi Azaz, Joe Bryan, Tanganga. I think I mentioned him, haven't I? Billy Mitchell's not far off that first starting 11, I think. But yeah, so that's the problem, innit? Is if these clubs take it really seriously, which I thought Millwall would do, Like I'm just hoping that he doesn't run these Leeds players into the ground. Like, it's probably a benefit, isn't it, that Chef, you were out of this competition, let's be honest. Morning, Ken. How's it going, mate? Rothwell on the throttle. Ben says, I'll be honest, I always want to win, but I just don't care today. No, I agree, Ben. Look, I'll be up for it. We score a goal, I'm going to be happy, obviously. But meh. Leeds playing more games this season could be a good thing for you, mate. Maybe, yeah. Sunderland fan. Watford away, more important. That's where I'm at, Tom. Like, if we're playing Watford today, I'm a bag of nerves, to be honest. It's getting to that point of the season. I was very nervous against Coventry, as you could probably tell by the watch-along. Coventry was the first game of which I was like, I'd felt it this season. Every other game I've been fine, really. Even when we've lost, I've been annoyed. But I've just criticised the performance, what could have been better, solutions. But I wouldn't say I've been like really, really nervous. The Coventry game, and I hope this isn't just going to start being a thing now, but I feel like it is. It's because it's games that we struggled in last season. You know, Coventry away, lost. Watford away, drew. Got battered by Emmanuel Dennis in that game. I don't know how we came out of that game alive with a draw. It was Somerville magic, wasn't it? And then you've got Sheffield and Sunderland. So it's like three or four games there where you're looking at it and going, "Ooh, these are tough." Sujal says, hi, morning all. On call today, so at work. I'm left to leave this in the background. Hope the F gives minutes today. Shout out to you, Sujal. Not worried about Watford. They lost to Preston and Norwich without Borja signs. Expecting another W on Tuesday. Yeah, the thing with Borja, I guess Sargent was back, wasn't he? Beat Millwall and draw the scum at home. I'm not arsed, mate. I'm not arsed. Like, to be honest, I don't think it would be right. I don't think it would be epic. I'm not bothered about playing them, to be honest. Like, we've not got great recent history against them. Their squad's miles better, even though they're crap right now. I'm not bothered about playing Man United, especially if we're going to play them next year, hopefully twice. Don't know. Hope we get Wolves in the next round. Robbie, I'm looking at that Twitter account, mate. Need you to start a YouTube, my man. Really interested to see how Chambers in that role today. I'd agree, man. In 73, Leeds part of the sport's greatest story. Yeah, they were. Classic Leeds. Ramazani should be starting all games. He should be, mate. X-Man says, was arguing with a Brighton fan that seemed to think that they got Rutter for a steal off. And oh my God. If Brighton are a bigger club than Leeds United, I'm just done. That's me over. That's the thing, though. It's recency bias in it. They've got a lot of money in Tony Bloom, been in the Premier League. It's dependent on what you mean, like, because they've been in the Premier League for 8 to 10 years. Does that mean that they're a bigger club than Leeds? You know, you look at Wigan. Wigan were in the Premier League longer than Leeds in the 2010s, 2005 onwards. Bolton were in the Premier League more recently than Leeds for a longer period of time. Does that mean they're bigger clubs than Leeds? I mean, come on, give your head a wobble. Give your head a wobble. Do you know what I mean? Portsmouth, another one. Are they bigger than Leeds because they're in the Premier League for a longer period of time than we have been in the last, 10, 15, 20 years? Does that mean they're bigger? Come on. What are we talking about here? Looking forward to seeing Schmidt play today. Me too, mate. 10 changes to our starting 11 from last game. Is it 10 changes? And it still looks strong, doesn't it? It still looks strong. Is it 10? My God. You might be right, you know. Well, you are right. Charlie says, I'm excited for a pressure-free game and a few glasses of white and got me Akron and on an 8th cushy day footy head. Good lad, Charlie. I don't mind that, mate. Don't mind that at all. Matt's at the building at Chambers, man of the match, incoming, hopefully, mate. Hopefully. Millwall are so Brexity. They have one of the Mitchell brothers in the side. Where's Verba? No idea, mate. As a Blade, seen a lot of pick 3 players from top 3 on X. Mine's Isidore, CJ, Egan, Riley, and Al Tanaka. Yeah, not bad shouts there, mate. I think I went, what did I say? I said from Burnley, Trafford. I saw one, it was Burnley, Trafford, Sheffield United, Cooper, and Sunderland, Patterson. That is real. That is fact. That did make me laugh. I go Trafford from Burnley, even though I think he's a little bit overrated, but Trafford from Burnley. I go Sirkin from Sunderland, and then I go Hamer from Sheffield. Yes. Oh, Robbie, good lad. Good lad. Robbie's the way to go. Top man, Robbie. Really appreciate that, mate. It just means, do you know what as well, Robbie? You basically get like consultation calls on YouTube. And the guy on YouTube was saying to me not long ago, he was like, they just don't get the algorithm push. And I was like, what do you mean they don't get the algorithm push? And he was talking about Twitter. He was talking about Facebook users. YouTube users naturally get, if you ought to put your comments up at the same time, that's how he described it. Twitter and Facebook comments would naturally be put up a little bit later than what a YouTube comment would, which might flash my eye. Obviously, you can't sign up to be a member or anything like that. You can't get any highlight on your comments. So yeah, it's a little bit here and there. So yeah, and the coverage is better. Like on YouTube, you can get a better. I think you can get 1080p. I'm not sure you can get that on Twitter, etc. In all seriousness, winning games like cup games can keep positive momentum going. Rye, top man, love you, Rye. Thanks, buddy. And any donations, everybody. I said this at the start of the last stream. I've not said it so far. Thank you so much to all of you donate. Thank you so much. It really, really, really helps the channel going. You know, I'm sure you can imagine nothing's cheap doing this sort of stuff. Subscriptions, you know, editing software, lights, electricity bills. So thank you so much. I know a lot of you guys help, and that's why we've got the Patreon as well. But I know a lot of you guys help when it comes to your donations. I really, really, really appreciate that. And all your you joining the members and all that sort of stuff. It helps me out. And I know you guys love these every single day. So I really appreciate you helping me out there. So thanks so much. Brighton just sing seagulls from start to finish, and we can't be talking about that, mate. I cannot be talking about Brighton being a bigger club than Leeds United. Come on. Daryl says, love to see Joseph follow up his goal in midweek. He really needed that. Hey Corey, how's it going, mate? Sakamoto's in the building. 3 goalies, and Hamer is by far our standout player. We look lost without him. O'Hare looks a bit average. Yeah, I mean, we've got Sunderland at the same time, everybody. We've got notifications on. I will let you know what's going on in that Sunderland game. Obviously, they're playing at 12:30 against Watford. But, yeah, I don't know with Sheffield. I did a video on my second channel, guys. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put my second channel in here. So some of you guys, because you all keep asking me where it is. And I say to you, it's in the description, guys. Come on, it's in the description. But if you want to check it out, you don't have to. But if you want to check it out, I'll put it in here. And I always do this. But I did a video on my predictions, my final predictions, and the reasoning behind it. Like the actual. So I'm not going to go into it because it was like 15 minutes worth. But I have reasoning, and a lot of Blades were unhappy about what I said. But for me, Sheffield United have the best end game. So if I'm just putting you forward here to Sheffield United's last 6, right? Look at their last 6. You've got to look at the last 6 fixtures, because if teams are within touching, right? If teams are within touching, the last 6 are massive, right? So if you just look at the last 6 here, so Sheffield. Pretty decent, I'd say. Pretty decent. Millwall at home, Plymouth away, Cardiff at home. That's massive. That is massive. That is such a big game. Stoke away, I think they'll be all right. Blackburn at home, I think they'll be all right. But if you just look at the results like that they've had, this, and I mentioned this the other day, and Jim said Derby weren't in the game at all. How are Derby not in the game? You know, look at everything there. Look at everything. They're right in that game, you know? Terrible Derby side as well. And for me, this lot, and as I say, a lot of people got upset with me, Blades fans. Like, when I'm looking at these fixtures, I know they're getting it done, but they're not getting it done convincingly so far, in my opinion. That was a minging result. That is not a good result, because we know Wilder loves the cup. Great result down there at Watford with a patched up side. Drawing to West Brom, losing to Sunderland, losing to Burnley. You know, this is, it's a little bit inconsistent. And like, for example, when you're looking at us, 1 defeat in 15, 6 clean sheets on the bounce. And it might change today, of course it might. But I was basically saying on that video that Sheffield United, I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, hands down top 2. I think it's maybe going to be more difficult than people think. A new squad gelling, the players that you brought in, I don't think Wilder's going to be completely happy with that. You know, I just don't. Obviously, one of those loans is going to have to sit out as well. Rob Holding, in effect, coming in when you've looked at Tanganga, Harry Darling, Jimmy Dunn, and then sort of Rob Holding coming in. I don't know. I think missing Harry Suter at the back and putting Rob Holding in there could be a masterstroke, but I mean, the guy's played 98 times in 9 years. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't even know if he's fit. So big game for Sheffield United today. But yeah, those last 6 games, I think they've got a decent last 6. But I just wonder, they've got to have. I mentioned on the video, they've got to have a couple of statement wins. They've got to have a couple of statement wins. They've got to get over the line, and they've got to maybe make the rest of us just turn around and go, "Ooh, bloody hell!" You know, because I think really their statement win this season has been against Sheffield at home. Aside from that, it's, I don't know. Is it key to sign Solomon and end this season? Do you think there will be a bidding war? No, I don't. I don't think there'll be a bidding war because I like Solomon. You have to say this because you guys know I'm not allowed to give an opinion on here without saying I like someone first, because then I hate them. Remember that. But for all you normal people, I like Solomon. He still needs to prove until the end of the season that he's not going to pick up a big injury. And that's what it is. You know, if he picks up another injury, so he's had what, 2 this season. They've not been major, but I think one of them moves out for 3 or 4 games. Obviously, we just bring Ramazani and we'd be all right. You could even put Nonto on that left and James on the right. That's what I'm talking about right now. By the way, you can have Nonto on the left or Ramazani on the left and still have James on the right. So yeah, but I think I've got to see I don't know, because I think we can all come to the conclusion that at this level, players look way better than they are. Dan James struggled in the Premier League. Facts. Struggled. Junior Firpo struggled in the Premier League. Pascal Struijk struggled in the Premier League. You know, we've got a lot of players in that team who a lot of people right now. This is why I'm more of a long-term thinker when it comes to. I know it's a long-term question, mate, but right now doesn't mean that in the Premier League, when they're coming up against Brighton, if we do get there on the start of the season, they're going to do well. Do you know what I mean? I tried to look at some of the attributes that are going to work in the Premier League. I think Ramazani will be a Premier League player, and I want Ramazani on that left. So what does that mean for Solomon? You can't have Ramazani on the bench consistently. You can't do it. So what do you then do? You know, I like Solomon. I think there'll be more. I think Nonto and Ramazani, however, will acclimatise to the Premier League. Nonto's 21. Do you know what I mean? I think he's going to have learnt a lot, and I think maybe with a little bit more consistency in the Premier League, we'll be all right with him. I think he'll come good. I think Nonto will come good. He's not been bad this year. We just expected him to do a little bit more, but he hasn't been selected enough. However, that is, you know, on the basis of what he's done. But I don't know. Solomon's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. We know what Levy's like anyway. He'll probably bash it up to 15, 20 million, which I wouldn't be doing. But I don't know. Off the left, I want Ramazani. So I don't know. If I want Ramazani off the left, I can't turn around and say go out and buy Solomon as a dead cert, even though I think he's been brilliant. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. But I don't know. I mean, what's the point in bringing Ramazani in if he's just on the bench? What's the point? What is the point? And we all know how good he is. So I don't know. It's a good conversation to have. I just think the same. If we want to stay in the Prem, we need some better talent this time. XX Man says, yeah. As I say, I like Solomon, but he's been injury free maybe for about, what would you say, lads and lasses, like 2.5, 3 months. He's done well. Done really well, but I'm very, very cautious to say, oh, because he's been good in the Championship, he'll be good in the Premier League. I just look at Nonto, I look at Ramazani, I think how they transition to the Premier League, I think they'd be fine. Solomon, I just need to see like a year injury free. And a year injury free, and I might turn around and go, yeah, 100%. But then I'm having the conversation again about in a 4-2-3-1 system, is it Solomon over Ramazani in the Premier League? The difference between them both is one's explosive, right? One is explosive. I think that is the major difference. I think they're both excellent ball carriers, but one is an out-and-out athlete in Ramazani, and pace is what the Premier League's all about. Solomon hasn't got that. He hasn't got that. You saw a couple of times against Coventry. His technical ability is very, very good. Very, very, very good. But he hasn't got what Ramazani's got in that explosiveness. He just doesn't. So I think you need that in the Premier League. That's my major worry with Solomon. My major worry. And I know he's signed by Spurs, signed by Fulham, but guys, speak to any Spurs fan. They will tell you that he's lost a yard of pace because of his injuries. Yard of pace. So that's the problem. You can't be losing pace and then going up to the Premier League. So that's my little bit of worry for him. Unless we got him in and he was benched then for Ramazani, maybe. Boy in the bandana, thank you so much, buddy. Again, I'd like to say to all the donation lot, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Really do. Boy in the bandana says we have to change a lot of this squad. We can't take the season as a marker as the league is poor and teams have a lot of money. That's it, mate. I mean, it's not to say we wouldn't be where we are now, by the way, but I saw a statistic not long ago, and I'm pretty sure at this point last season, 60 points would have you in like joint third. And it was a couple of weeks ago as well. It was like fourth. You know what I mean? Like, and Ipswich and Leicester were pretty far ahead of us. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to have a look at this point last season. So, 8th of Feb. Let's see where. Was it 9th or 8th of Feb? 8th of Feb, last season championship. Sometimes it gives you like a little updated thing where it can tell you. I've normally been able to find something. Football webpage, I think it is. Season. Let's see where the table. I'm sure the table was higher than it is now. Like, as in, like, greater points. So today, no, wait. So this time last year, we just beaten, or we were about to beat Rotherham 3-0 at home. Bamford and Somerville, right? So league table. Let's have a quick look. So it's not going to do it, is it? It's just going to do it at the end. It's really annoying. Show. Yeah, it's not going to do it, annoyingly. But yeah, sometimes you can get like the 8th, 9th of Feb, and it'll tell you where Leeds were at that time. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. Has says Solomon is a big part of us. Ramazani is fine. Solomon is better, but not as. Nah, I completely disagree with that, Harry. Completely disagree with that. That's football, mate. That's football. I'd actually put Dan James at the bottom of that list. Technically, Solomon is a better footballer than Dan James. Dan James just right now is in a hot streak of form. Solomon is a better footballer than Dan James. Dan James as artillery at this level where we all love him. He's a good lad. He's amazing, and in terms of his level right now, but he's always been too good for the Championship. I don't think I think he struggled at Leeds. I think he struggled at Scum. I think he struggled at Fulham in the Premier League. So that tells you a lot. There's no way, mate, Harry, in a list, you've got Ramazani bottom, Solomon, then Dan James. It's literally the complete wrong way around, mate. In my opinion, anyway. Complete wrong way around. And I think next year that might come to the fore. I think it's obviously if Farkas will sign him. I think they just need to fight for the. It is healthy, Daz. You're right. Get them both, and if we can, it's just who starts if we do get there. Joseph getting a brace today. Is this game on for everyone? I don't know, to be honest. Everyone. I don't know where it's. It's not on TV, is it? Annoyingly, very annoying. Wonder if it's large or non-to the 10 today. Either way, it'll be good to see if they can do it. I want Ramazani on the left and Solomon as backup in the Premier. That's where I'm at, Cal. That's where I'm at. As I say, I think it's the explosiveness. I think you can get. I think Solomon right now is arguably been Leeds' best player, but it's the step up. I need to see him with a clean bill of health. And look, before everybody goes off and starts going, "Oh, Connor doesn't rate Solomon. Connor doesn't like this, that, and the other." That's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think the Premier League, and we've all said this on the channel, is about explosiveness, athleticism, and pace. I think Ramazani suits it a little bit more. I think you can get away with having Solomon. I think as well, he's been in form as well, Solomon, which has been amazing. But I would like to. I would wonder who he'd and how good he'd be up against Premier League fullbacks. And that's something we need to see as well. But if he's available for a cheap price, I get it. Once again, it depends how much we're chucking at it, everyone. If we go up and we can chuck 150 million plus at the transfer window, fair enough. If we can't do that, we might have to be a little bit more methodical. Rico says, realistically, we're still going to need rotation options in the Prem. He isn't going to cost much. I'd take Solomon. I'd bring in Solomon for a good price. Also, guys, it depends what he does till the end of the season. If there's a clean bill of health, if he scores another 10 goals, don't be thinking that's going to be 10 million quid with Daniel Levy. No chance. Absolutely no chance. I do think right now Solomon is better than Rama, but Rama is... Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's a perfect way of putting it. Perfect way of putting it. And right, one is our player currently. One is our player. But yes, I agree. Going off topic, if the stadium expansion goes through, they're probably going to have to knock down Ellen Road, aren't they? From what I've heard, mate, they're not doing that. I think they're trying to match the East Stand. A lot of space around Ellen Road. A lot of space. Alfred says, I do give Dan James a bit of leverage, though, as in the Prem. He started as a striker. Yeah, that's true, Alf. That's true. That's true. On the red button, is it? Okay, fair. BBC on the red button. Cheers, mate. Slap a like on the video, everyone. If you are on Facebook or Twitter, as a few you've said in this one, make sure you head on over to YouTube, subscribe to One Leeds Fan Channel. You get all the additional benefits being over there on the old YTube. Make sure you do that. You don't get as much benefits in terms of viewing and all that sort of stuff on Twitter and Facebook. It doesn't happen. So make sure you do that. What are your score predictions, anyone? Anyone, guys? Anywhere, guys? Anyway, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Did you guys watch the video last night as well? Me reacting to the days at All Leeds TV. I was wetting myself doing that. You know, it's like the funniest video I've ever done. I don't know if someone said react to your Wigan video. And I don't know if people would be interested in that. If you want me to react to my old videos, which some of them were a little bit unhinged, if you want me to do that and any like you guys will be bothered, I will do that. But yeah, they are some of them are cringy, but I can do that if you want me to start doing it. You know what I mean? If you want me to start bringing that in as like a part of proceedings on the channel, I can do that. Oh Jesus, some bad ones in there. Kel says not normally fussed with the FA Cup. Would like to see some of the squad with a competitive run at Ellen Road with my pick for next round. Normally a decent place to pick up a win. Yeah, dearie me. How's it down there in second, mate? Is it all right, Kelv? Connor, the game's on foreign channels. Morning, Brandon. Good choice on the squad if we win. I don't know. I just want, yeah, that's where I'm at, mate. It's where I'm at, mate. Agree. He says, how much money do you get upon promotion? When is the money for Somerville, Archie, and Jorginho sales usable? I think it's usable now, to be honest, here. It's just whether or not Leeds decide to pick it up in the summer as opposed to right now. But we will be probably getting installments, I would expect, from the Rutter deal. It's not going to be an immediate payment. And very similarly to Archie Gray, well, we know that, don't we? Because it's installments. So, yeah, there's going to be a completion where Leeds probably get a little bit of a bulk, which is probably why they haven't done that much as well. People just been like, oh, why haven't Leeds spent hundreds of millions of pounds? Look how much money we've received. Well, it's a transfer. It doesn't mean we've received it all now. That's the whole point of installments. Clubs don't just send you an absolute packet right now, you know, for a player. You know, Rutter didn't go for 40 million quid. He'd have probably gone realistically for about 10 million quid, but it's based on installments, you know. So I think that's sometimes misconstrued a little bit. Premier League is a couple of leagues jump from us from a top end Champo side. It's a lot more. But Maury, you're right, mate. You're right. It's not on TV, is it? I don't think so, mate. 2-1, 3-1. I'm seeing that Twitter logo, Dragon. Who you reckon wins with these lineups? I think Leeds will do it, mate. Carl says, never knew you could grow a facial hair, never mind a full-on bit. Mate, that was a chin strap. That was a chin strap. Yeah, a lot of people were like, you looked older then. And I was like, well, I feel great now. And then some guy was just like, no, you look worse now. I was like, oh, great. That's what I said, though. I was saying on the video, you have to have like the thick skin on this now. People just like will come for your appearance. They hate how you look. And they'll never show you theirs. And you kind of just have to sit there and just go, all right, fine. Mentioned in the video as well, no way would I have ever expected people to be get so upset with their football opinion. I think that's developed a lot this year. Not this year, but since I've, been on this channel, I guess. But yeah, I would have never expected that when I first started it. So that's quite funny. 3-1, Leeds first scorer. Good evening. Yes, Connell, how are you, mate? With Bellingham out due to injury, Sunderland Leeds can be... Ooh, I didn't know he was injured. That's big, innit? That's big. Why don't you go the mutton chops, Connor? I think there's a reason why I'm not doing that, mate. The hair as well. It's different, but it was like... The hair was like an ice gem as well. It's terrible, Barnet. Terrible, Barnet. I mean, some of you guys don't like the Barnet now, which is fine. I'm always experimenting. I've always had this. Do you know what I mean? I've always experimented with the Barnet. Just a creative guys. Just leave off. Yeah, just a creative guy. Yeah, it's always fun and games. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? If everybody was the same, it'd be boring. Good day, Connor from Queensland. Hi, mate. Bumped into another Leeds merch wearing supporter down at the local Aldi. Loudest expat Yorkshire fella I've ever met. Up the wise. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. It's probably someone I know down there, to be fair. It's probably someone I know. It's probably one of my mates. But yeah, a lot of expats down there, isn't there, mate? A lot of expats. Yeah, I've still not got a very legal stream, guys, you know. Well, you guys were saying it was on the red button. The red button. Where you get the jumper? Fat Franks, mate. Fat Franks. Got it from there. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. It's because nobody just cares about this game. Why are we not on the BBC? Why is Millwall Leeds not on the BBC as well, by the way? Why is Millwall Leeds not on the BBC? Well, you guys are saying it's on the BBC. Who's on there instead? Leighton Orient City. Wow, that's a good game. Yeah, I'll get that one on. I definitely will watch that one. You know what I mean? Leighton Orient, Man City. Who cares? I didn't know Lampard was selling Leeds stuff. Yeah, but seriously. Did anyone catch what the Leeds team did as well with that? No, but seriously. That was funny. Apparently he's getting retrospective action as well, according to some Twitter account yesterday. Apparently Franks might be getting a letter from like the FA or the EFL or whatever about his conduct, which is absolutely hilarious. That is so funny, isn't it? Frank. I think we might have it. We might have it. Optus, lads. Optus. Optus, mate. Optus. I pay for Optus. Thoughts on Red Bull expanding their influence on the club? What do you mean, Wombat? What do you mean? Leeds Millwall is not worth being live on the TV, mate. Yeah, it's more for the atmosphere. Trust me, it would be for the atmosphere. They just have to mute all of it, wouldn't they? LUTV, mate. Where's the Fowler lucky shirt? There it is. I'm gonna have to get another one. Do you know what I need to do? I need to go to Classic Football Shirts and get another one of these. Also, would any one of you be interested in this? I've sent it to my mates, but I don't know how I'd do it. I'm definitely not doing it as a giveaway. But some of you guys always go on about this, right? I never wear it. It's a medium, but I never wear it. It's as retro as it can be. Like, I've had this. I barely touched it really for years. So if anyone would be interested, DM me. But it's going to cost you a pretty penny. But yeah. Adam Hurry from the Cliches Pod has a long history of studying the Lampardian tradition. Yeah, he's a weird guy, mate. He's a weird guy. Peter Evans, just to let you know, Millwall do have a chance because they were, they're well in it, Millwall. I think they've won the last 3, haven't they? Sonny Perkins to eliminate City. I bet the ref has got a brown envelope. Yeah, let's get a stream. Let's slap all the likes on the video as well, everybody. Make sure you do so for me. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And get your score predictions in, I guess. Get those score predictions in. Oh yeah, it's on LETV, I think. And we're going to be here for the instant match reaction and the fan reaction, guys, as well. The fan forum. Who said LUTV as well? You sure? Are you sure? 2-0 Leeds, 2-1 Millwall. Are you a Millwall fan, Lauren? Love that shirt. I can only see Viduka on that shirt, though. Mate, trust me, when I got the shirt initially, I was expecting to see big Mark on the back, but it didn't happen. So I was like, but I loved Fowler. You know, when we signed him, when we signed Robbie Fowler, I was absolutely buzzing, you know. Like, and a lot of people might not get that. I don't know if some people are young. I know he wasn't with us for long. I loved Robbie Fowler. When we signed him, obviously he's from Liverpool. But because I used to play up front when I was a kid, I used to love Fowler and I used to love Owen. Owen was like my favourite player. So Fowler was just almost like just the guy obviously before Owen, technically. But yeah, oh my God, I absolutely loved Robbie Fowler. So when we signed him, I was like, oh my God. So like it kind of meant maybe a little bit more to me. So I did see Fowler on the back there and I just got excited. I was like, oh, Robbie Fowler, 27. And then my missus put it in the wash and some of the 27s come off the back, which is definitely not annoyed me. But you know what it's like, lads. It's always your fault, isn't it? Sonny Perkins to eliminate Man City. Yeah, I've seen that one. If it was down at the Den, then maybe worthy. Yeah. Buy the Fowler off you. Yeah, 50 quid. Paul, you're in the wrong. You're in the wrong ballpark there, mate. I think I bought it for about quadruple that amount, to be honest. I think it's 2-0 to Leeds. Can't wait to see Joseph. 8 goals, 2-2, Mill on pens. That era of Vidukas. Oh, mate, don't forget Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane in there as well. I'm worried buying shirts because that age, in case, yeah, he's not on it. Don't worry. I'd be surprised if anyone sold that. You know, like a retro Leeds shirt with him on the back. What's the point? if you're an absolute fraudulent Leeds, to be fair, I'm not the only people who I'll give a little bit of leverage for getting a Judas shirt is the Aussies. He's like probably the best player they've ever had, you know, and a lot of like Aussies will have got into Leeds because of Kuehl. So yeah, even though we all know who the best Australians play for Leeds is ever, and who we all loved, Harry Kuehl was a magician, mate. Harry Kuehl was, if Harry Kuehl was around nowadays, my God, he'd be worth like 150 million quid in his prime. Not 150 million, but you know, about 100 million easy. The original Gareth Bale. He was so good, Harry Kuehl. So good. If you never watched him, go put in Harry Kuehl's greatest Leeds goals. Staggering. Villa, Roma, Sheffield Wednesday. Just class. But big Mark's my man. My Aussie man. Afternoon, Jamie Lang and the gang. How you, Jamie? Viduka's different gravy. Yeah, mate. Viduka for me, Connor. Can you imagine him playing in this team? Oh, that'd be too good, wouldn't it? Be too good. So good. But the original Berbatov, you know, and they all loved Berbatov, didn't they? Oh, Berbatov, he barely moves, but when he receives the ball, he can turn on a dime and just put it in the back of the net. He's such an unreal player for a big man. It's like, shut up. B-Tech Viduka, mate. Viduka was the original. He was the original big man who could do so much, so skillful and intelligent. But, oh, Berbatov. Like, oh, yeah, everyone knew how good Berbatov was, but, mate, the original, the OG was Viduka, 100%. And if you've ever got the old boy on here, the old man, Ian, 2 favourite players of all time. Actually, that might have changed now. Leeds player, Viduka, which would probably surprise you. My dad's 57, but it's Viduka. And his favourite ever player, I might have changed now. I was about to say Zidane, but I think it's Messi. He's made some very, very odd noises when Messi's had the ball. Yeah, I mean, when Messi's got on the ball and he starts running, and my dad just like starts making these very strange noises. I'm like, Dad, is there something going on? Have you got a picture of Messi somewhere? I mean, we've all had pictures of Messi, haven't we? So, Viduka runs a coffee shop in Eastern Europe. Do you know what, mate? I know where it is. So I've thought of going. I think he's a bit of an introvert, so he's tried to hide it. I'm sure he has. But yeah, I know where it is. I know the exact location. I know the street it's on. So yeah, I've thought of going in there. Put it that way. There's a listing on Vinted for a yellow Strongbow Viduka. Ooh, Michael, is there? You trying to make me lose more money? I've just been saying to you guys, I really appreciate the contributions so I can pay my electricity bill. I can't be going out and buying another Leeds shirt. You know what it's like. Famous Aussies who follow Leeds because, yeah, for Q, yeah. Goal against, oh, yeah, mate, what a goal. What a goal that was. What a goal. But do you remember the Villa goal? Chest, knee, wallop, about 40 yards out. I'm an Aussie and rather Viduka. Yeah, I think Viduka as well. Like, I'm not massively sure Kuehl was well liked. I used to go to Taka swimming pool, right? And there used to be loads of rumours down there, right? Because the Leeds players used to go and they used to obviously do the workouts and swimming and all that sort of stuff. So I remember going down because we used to have like autograph books and there'd be like loads of kids waiting for the Leeds players. And it used to be quite regular. We do this. And there'd be like Ferdinand had come out, Smith, Bowyer, Backer, Batty, etc. And it was so funny. There was a couple of times where the players actually had to say to Kuehl, genuine, this is gospel. They had to say to him, go back and sign it. Go back and sign it. They'd all call him H. I'll always remember that. Go back and sign it H. Because he'd be the first one. I know this sounds daft, but there'd just be kids there waiting for him. And he was the star boy at that point. And he just walked past and wouldn't be interested. Didn't care. So yeah, whereas in all fairness, even Ferdinand, they'd all stick around and they'd all sign it. I've got that autograph book somewhere. It's probably worth quite a bit. I've got all the lead signatures in there, all the way down to like Maybury and Burns. Al Smith did all Viduka's running for him. He did, yeah. 1-0 Strauch, penalty. Ian Hart was class. Yeah, he was unbelievable. What a player. What a player. Not that he was what a player, but yeah, not that he was what a player, but yeah. Hart was. I don't think Hart was great. I preferred Kelly, but just finishing on it. Hart. Do. 10 minutes till kickoff. My brother lives in Hvar. I'm going back to Croatia. It's not Hvar, mate. It's not Hvar. Viduka. I'm sure you'll be able to get it, but I'm sure you'll be able to guess, but yeah, it's not Hvar. I was in Hvar last year. What a team! Oh my god, yeah, mate. Kuehl had the best goal celebration. Loved his zigzag arm celebration. Yeah, my dad used to be an electric meter reader at Viduka's old house. Got me a signed shirt. Good man, that's lovely. Got it. Sam Chambers only 17. He's on mainland. Yeah, he's on mainland. Yeah. Boom, Shelley. Which is, by the way, no offense, but in Croatia, Zagreb. I mean, I think he'll have family there, won't he? But Zagreb, mate, nah. Don't know if any of you been to Zagreb. It's not great. It's not great. So I was quite surprised when I heard that, but it must be like family ties. Viduka in it, Mark Viduka. It's not exactly an Australian name, so he's definitely got ties to Croatia. Viduka is not Australian, is it? Let's be honest. So yeah, he's probably got family ties in Zagreb. You found a stream yet? Yes, I have, mate. Found a stream. Evening from Oz. Hey, Davey. Rob says, funnily enough, my old neighbour before he passed away was Alan Bremner, related to Billy before he passed. Gave me his lead. Oh, brilliant. That's quality, Robbie. That's quality. Mate, take it. Even though Hvar is so expensive. Hvar's one of the most expensive places I've ever been. I went to Miami and Hvar was on par with it. My God. Schmitz have a storm estate. Kuehl also went to Galatasaray. Yeah. He's not ever going to be looked upon in a right light, is he? Martin, thank you so much, my friend, for the donation. Really appreciate that, mate. And shout out to Boy in the Bandana and Ryan Dudley as well today for your donations. Thanks, fellas. Really appreciate it. Thank you. It'll fund my trip to Hvar at £15. I'm joking. Dubrovnik is outstanding. It is indeed. It is. Did he play for Zagreb? All Leeds, aren't we? Did he? Viduka played for. Surprising that I didn't know that. I know my football from that era, and I had no idea he played for Zagreb. Did he, Mark Viduka? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Or maybe towards the end he did. I don't know. I play for Croatia Zagreb, which probably is that, isn't it? Croatia Zagreb, yeah. Well, yeah, he did, yeah. So he went from Melbourne to Croatia. He's definitely got Croatian background, 100%. Let's have a look at how many goals he scored for Leeds. Tell how interested we are in the FA Cup, can't you? Let's have a look at how many goals he scored. when it was the Premiership. Do you remember those days? The Premiership. Leeds, 160 games, 72 goals, 16 assists. 160 games, 72 goals. Not bad, is it? It's not bad. What do you think to our new Perth Glory, GK? I was told apparently that Man U were in for him. My mate works for Man United, and he was saying they were in for him. There's loads of rooms apparently at Old Trafford that they were in for him from Perth Glory. Apparently they were in for him since he was like 15. So don't know, maybe he's better than we think. Raf is definitely up there for me too. I've just got I mean, Rafinha is the best player in my lifetime that I can consciously remember, but Kuehl was unbelievable. And he's obviously got a bad reputation because he's an absolute scumbag. But as a player, Kuehl was so good. I'd say the original Bale. But the injuries just knackered him, didn't they? Lots of Greeks in Oz also. Yeah, there's loads in Oz, isn't there? Loads of Greeks. It's Ange Postecoglou, isn't it? It's another one. Lots of Greeks. Lots of like Bosnians. Lots of Serbs. Lots of... I'm trying to think who I worked with in Oz. Serbs, Croatians, Slovenians. It's a melting pot, isn't it? Optus 2. Yeah, everyone cares if anyone's bothered. Right. So you know what we're doing. We're going to match up my timer to your timer. So this is what happens. Watford versus Sunderland prediction. Bellingham been out's big, but yeah, I think what you're probably going to get is maybe Enzo Lafiga in central, maybe to cover that position. I don't know. But yeah, probably 2-0 Sunderland. Watford are in an absolute dire state, aren't they? Remember when he played Celtic at Inverness and said after the game, I was only playing at 70%. Kent is spot on. Connor Mark's parents are both correct. There you go. I thought they were, mate. There you go. Do you remember Viduka's 4 shots and 4 goals? Mate, I was there. I was there, mate. I was there. One of my earliest memories are the 4-3 when I was there. And my dad wanted to walk out with 3-0 down. I think it was Ziegler who put the third one in, and we're about to walk out. And then my earliest memories was 2-0 win against Watford at home, and then 6-0 Besiktas. So not too bad. Confident, let's go. Connor, hey, Cloud. Connor, have you seen Chambers play much? I haven't, bud. I haven't. Olivier Decor was one of the... Oh, mate. What a player. This is the team we had. See, this is why our standards should be up there. That team. Oh, my God. That's the team we had. I can go through it back to front. Martin, Robinson, Mills or Kelly, Rio, Woodgate, Radaby, Matteo, Hart, Mabry, Burns, Backer, Batty, Kuehl, Decor. What a team, man. Bowyer, Kuehl, Smith, Keane, Fowler. And he didn't win anything. Mental. How Leeds is that to not win anything with that team? Unbelievable. Jesus. Earliest memory of Smith's at Liverpool. You tested me there, mate. 1997, 98. Long, floppy blonde hair. That the one. Oh, dear. Good times, eh? We need to get back there. Need to get back there. That team, man. Embarrassing it didn't win anything. Gee, classic Leeds, innit? Classic. Of course, we didn't win anything with that team. It looks like Chambers is in the 10 today. Chambers in the 10. Interesting. I'd like to see Ramzani in the 10, so hopefully you're getting Chambers out wide. 98. Yeah. What you watching it on Optus? Is Chambers a 10? Shouldn't be. Yeah, your bow's a bit before my time. Obviously, I'm 32 this year, so I'm 93. So yeah, a little bit before my time. My first ever memories, it wasn't the Haaland, Gunnar Haller, that sort of team. It wasn't that team. George Graham wasn't really my era. The first memories I have of Leeds is sort of 2000. That's when I can consciously remember, about 7 years old, starting to watch and remember Leeds sort of bits. You know what I mean? So yeah, like the UEFA Cup run, then the Champions League run, etc., etc. I think the earliest players I remember who were like out there was like Ribeiro. Do you remember Ribeiro? Was it Bruno Ribeiro? They're sort of the earliest players I can remember who maybe were part of the team before. That Batty and Decor lineup was hard, mate. You always get Cagey going on about it. Me and Cagey would always have so many chats about that team. Molinar, maybe a bit before my time, mate. Our bench is ridiculous. I know Molinar, by the way. I just don't ever remember seeing him play. I used to like Gunnar Hallett. Remember him scoring a good solo goal. Yeah. Legend found it. Cheers, mate. No worries, man. No worries. Champions League runs and UEFA comes. The glory days. They were, man. Hopefully one day we'll be back, yeah. But yes, it looks like we're playing Plymouth, doesn't it? Never mind. Millwall. Right, we'll get the timer. It's been quite a nice pre-match, hasn't it? Nice little pre-match. No stress. Get the old match up. Focusing on Charmy Chambers. Looks about 12 years old, doesn't he? Good luck to him. See what he's about. Never know. We might be saying, oh my God, Chambers is the next big thing. Brock Lesnar. If you know, you know. Right, we're going to refresh this as soon as we get going, people. FA Cup, Leeds United versus Millwall. Hold on a sec. Bosh, we're off. Gilavoggi, I'm excited to see in this one as well, not just Schmidt. Schmidt at right back does really well. Chambers on the right, by the way. Chambers on the right, leads free kick. Schmidt already under pressure and alleviates it on that right-hand side and does really well. Schmidt's a player, you know. Schmidt's a proper player. Really, really nice little player. Pascal. Ethan Ampadu. Driving forward. Ampadu. Schmidt. Back to Ampadu. Confidence should be coursing through Leeds' veins here. Really, really should be. Good lad, Matt. Yes, let's have a look at who's in the 10 right now. It's Nonto, in it? So Nonto's in the 10. But a winger can't play in the 10. A winger can't play in the 10. Oh, my God. The amount of times I've been told that this year. Don't know why, but apparently wingers can't play in the 10. That's a new one. So we'll wait and see. Ramazan looks like he's occupying it in there at the minute. So there'll be interchange, which will be quite nice to see. Millwall coming forward. Ampadu putting the ball into touch. Traffic Cone says drinking in Leeds with Tony and the rest was magic. Sounds like a little memory there, mate. Strout gets in front. Ramazani. Byron. Strout. Ball forward. Joseph chasing. Keeper kicks it out. Darlow. Gilavoggi. Interested to see how he is today after an interesting performance at centre-back. Plays a really good ball to Ramazani, who's just taking up that number 10 role. As I say, it's going to be interchangeable. Soon Ramazani and Nonto. Be good in this game as well if like they scored a few goals and you just can't take them out, you know. Schmidt, Chambers does well. Nonto could go back to Chambers, doesn't. Whips the ball in. Leeds corner. Nice few touches for Chambers early on. Feels like he's playing wide right. But looks all right. Looks decent. I quite like that right-hand side already. I know we're only like 3 minutes in, but still. Where are they, by the way? Does anybody know? Have they got like 5,000 here or what? It doesn't look like they are. I thought they had like a mass amount of fans for this one. They're not. They're not behind the goal unless it's half and half. Might be half and half. Leeds corner. Doesn't look like it's half and half. Ball swung in. Headed out. Schmidt does well. Keeps it alive. Joseph wide left here. Can cut inside. Deliver the ball maybe. No. Goes back. Strauch. Leeds just keeping the ball alive. Isaac Schmidt. Taking up an unfamiliar left-hand side spot here. Plays the ball nice centrally to Willian Gnonto. Nice little interchange between Joseph and Gnonto. Joseph takes way too long there, and it should have been a nice little 1-2 with Willian Gnonto there, of which he was expecting. And unfortunately, got Joseph holding onto the ball too long. Strout gets skinned by, I think it's Kundal. Oh, brilliant defending from Largi Ramazani. That's absolutely superb. Great recovery. And he's kept hold of the ball and should win a free kick here. But they've recovered it back. Noor gets it now. Megley. Denor. Oh, good play by Millwall. Is it Tanganga? Megley. Ball in. Out by Leeds. Good little bit of play by Millwall. Overlap. Billy Mitchell. Gilavogi does well. Does really well. Schmidt. A little bit of a hectic start. Schmidt brings the ball out from the back. Oh, it does really well there under pressure. Sam Byram, excellent touch. Oh, excellent from Ramazani. Should have been a foul. Gnonto, lovely little quick interchange there. Plays the ball wide right, and here's Sam Chambers with a bit of space. It's poor from Chambers, that. Really poor. It's poor. You know, only a young lad, but what was interesting there about Chambers is he just got absolutely old man by Joe Bryant. Bryant took up the position, looked way more of an athlete than him there. Really lovely play by Leeds. Gnonto releases Chambers. It's a good, but it's into his path as well. But he tried to get his legs going there. And I mean, Joe Bryant, who's an older boy, really just outpaced him there, to be honest. And I do wonder. You can normally tell a player who opens up the stride a bit there. Chambers didn't really seem to have an open up there in terms of out and out speed. So it's the first time I've seen him just try essentially leg it there, and it looks a little bit slow on that acceleration, which is maybe something to keep an eye on that right hand side. Darlow, Strout goes central. Ramazani. Leeds lose the ball. Poor. There's a bit of space between the midfield and Joseph here. Joseph looks a little bit of an isolated figure in the first 6 minutes. He's very, very far away from the midfield, which is maybe something to keep an eye on as well. Millwall started well, has to be said. Millwall started well. Tanganga. Billy Mitchell. Denor. Tanganga. Goes wide right. Really good ball from Tanganga. Schmidt does well. Chambers. Loses the ball, Chambers. Not a great start from the young lad. Look, a few nice touches. Really, really nice interchange here by Millwall. Millwall are really the better team at the minute. Ball played into the box, headed out by Isaac Schmidt. Does well. Ball recovered on this left-hand side here. Finn Azaz puts the ball in. It's a Millwall corner. Has to be said, everybody. It's all Millwall at the minute. All Millwall. Afternoon, Dino. Negley. New signing, 3.1 million. 3.5 million, actually, I think it was. Cooper in there. Tanganga in there. Dangerous. Ball headed out by Sam Byram there. Well done. Leeds just need to get a hold of the ball here. I'll be honest. It's Millwall have just kept hold of the ball. Leeds just haven't really had a sustained level of pressure. Probably the most impressive inside the first 7 minutes, I think, has been Isaac Schmidt. I think just on the ball, technical level looks good. Looks strong. Positional awareness, nice. They've tried to beat him a couple of times on that side, and they've struggled as well, which is always good to see. Leeds goal kick. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Massive. Goodness me. All right, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. A bit of a technical nightmare there. Apologies. We are still going. Don't worry. Chambers receives the ball. Ethan Ampadu going to go home. 10 minutes in. Ampadu. Isaac. I think we're just struggling a little bit to get through at the minute. Nonso. They're pressing us really high. They're doing well. Gilavoggi, man. Lucky there. He's not great on the ball, people. I said this when he was centre-back against Harrogate, and his touch is like a trampoline. He's not great on the ball. I think we said this when we signed him. It's decent as in like an experienced presence. Looks like he's at centre-back at the minute. We're almost going to a back three in possession. So we've not really got a midfield presence barring Rothwell. Chambers anyway. Cutting inside. Outside. It's kind of narrowed the angle for himself a bit there. Schmidt, Nonso. Just needs to move that ball quicker, I think, when Chambers gets the ball. Maybe a little bit eager to impress, which I understand. Schmidt. I don't know. Does he want a corner there? Nobody knows. I think Schmidt looks decent here. Yeah, I think we're looking at hopefully a little 1-0 win here. Millwall looking good. Millwall looking good. But you can see Leeds' reliance on building up. I don't know because he's not frigging telling us what's happening. Does he want a free kick there? All right, let's wait and see. I think it is a free kick. It is. Well done, Schmidt. Excellent. Schmidt's definitely the standout here. Definitely the standout. Rothwell over it. Leeds free kick. Ramzani in there. Gilavoggi in there. Strauch in there. Joseph in there. Ball in. Oh, Chambers. Do you know what? He should have done better. He's got to get that on target. Deary me. Oh, what a chance for Leeds United. It clears and it's straight to Sam Chambers on the edge of the box. Chest sit down. They've not watched him. He does excellent with that. Chest takes it away from the centre back off Sam Chambers. It's a howler, bless him. Oh, he's got to hit the target from there. Inside the box on the half volley. Unlucky lad. Let's go again. But he's been involved. Should have done better there, though. Leeds is probably first big chance of the game, I'd say. Gilavoggi. Oh, well. Yeah, he has got to take a little off that, hasn't he? Come on, Watford, says Prabhu. Slap a like on the video, everybody. Really appreciate that. Welcome to all in the building right now. Ivanovic. Where's Hardy? That looked like it went out. Leeds throw. Yeah, I think. Oh, goodness me, we need to see. A little bit more, maybe, of the midfield presence. It feels like Gilavoggi just moves into a back three, like that's where his position is. But he's so deep. He's like he doesn't show really for the ball. Nonso tries to hold it. So basically, they're pressing on us right now, but we're struggling to we absolutely mauled Coventry when they pressed on us. Maybe we need to start playing that ball over the top a little bit more. Here we go. Ramazani wins the ball again. Does so well there. Excellent play by Ramazani. Brilliant from Ramazani. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Couldn't really get the... and he wins a free kick. Well done. Well done, Ramazani. Excellent ball carrying. And he was pulled back about 4 times there. And I didn't think the referee's going to give it, but... A little bit of a glimmer of how good Ramazani can be there. Won the ball off Tanganga, then started zipping forward. I mean, Tanganga's got all of him there, and should be a yellow card, really. I don't understand why you don't get a yellow card there, Tanganga. He's literally pulled Ramazani back the entire way. So once again, shite mima language referees. What is that? How is that not a yellow card? I'd love to hear the explanation from a referee and just talk to him. Like, why is that not a yellow card, mate? Why is that not a yellow card? He's pulled me back all the way from the halfway line onwards. I've then gone down. Please tell me why that's not a yellow card. It's cynical. It's a yellow card all ends up, but their standards are completely bizarre as to what they deem as a yellow card or not, you know? It's very, very, very bizarre. Rothwell over it anyway. Free kick. Ball round the back. Leeds win it. Nod it down and nothing there. Yeah, we got first contact on that, which was good. Who was it? I think it was Ampadu. Yeah, Joseph just an inch, a yard or two, I should say, away from it to knock it in the back of the net. Millwall goal kick. A little bit better from Leeds now, though, after a start of which they were getting into it a little bit, but a better little period for us here now. But it's dead even. This dead even. Dunno. TV just had a meltdown. Great. Why have you gone off, you piece of crap? Sorry, guys. We're all good. Still watching the game. What are you doing? TV just had a meltdown. Really hoping like the power's not gone off. That wouldn't be ideal. We're all good on here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We're all fine. My God, this game's hard work, everyone. This game is hard work, I'll be honest, in terms of like getting a feed for it and trying to provide you guys with a bit of content. This is hard work. Tanganga, ball out wide, whipped into the box. Ampadu away. Leads on the seconds. Can we get the thirds as well? Not quite. Tanganga receives it again. We're just struggling to break the lines at the minute. We're struggling to find Joseph. We're struggling to link the play. Wouldn't have been a bad game for a 2 up top, you know. Chambers out, bless him. And then a front 2. At the minute, there's something missing. There's a little piece of Leeds missing at the minute. It feels. Tanganga. Mitchell. Over the top. Negley. Byram does well. Awful then touch from Byram. Left foot. Joseph's on his arse for some reason, and we don't get a foul, so. Jake Cooper. Pressed by Nonso. Ball over the top and Leeds win a free kick, I think. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get this frigging TV working. Daniel's in the building. Have you seen the Leighton Orient goal against City? I haven't, mate. Oh, my goodness. I was saying don't put it on TV, Daniel. I can't believe that, mate. Thanks so much for your donation as well, Mr. Pollard. Always see you here. Thank you, buddy. I didn't know the score, and that's why I don't do the programming. I was like, oh, how can you not put Leeds on? How can you not put Leeds on? That's why. This is a crap game again. And Leighton Orient have scored. Joseph wins it back. Leeds don't get a foul again, which surely is a foul. We have won a foul. Joseph did really well there. Good pressure. Watch the Leighton Orient goal. Wow. That's hilarious. Shout out to Daniel Martin, Boy in the Bandana, and Ryan Dudley for your donations in this stream, lads. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Strauk. Nampadu. Really, unlucky. It's good defending. Ampadu trying to go down the line. He's been cut out. Little counter attack here. Denor's started quite well. Him and Mitchell. Negley up against Rothwell. Good ball. Well done. Gilavoggi anticipates that. Getting his legs going. Plays a ball. It's behind Joseph, though. It's behind him. Then Joseph plays it behind Nonto. Lads, basic premise of football. Let's wait the pass in front of our players when we're on a counter-attack. Simple request. Just play it in front of our attackers. It gives them the best chance. Doesn't mean they have to check back. To Gilavoggi there. Poor pass to Joseph. And then Joseph does the exact same behind Nonto. Complete waste of energy. Cooper. Mitchell. I think Millwall have started the better. I'll be honest. I think first 20 minutes, I think Millwall are the better team. In terms of overall play, Leeds just haven't got the foot on the ball in the attacking third at all. Centre-backs have had it. We've seen this story before, but I think Millwall, without doing anything amazing, have probably had a little bit more in terms of building up from the back. Yeah, Millwall have had 54% possession, which against Leeds is mad. Absolutely mad. But we're just not able to break through here, which is the issue. We're not able to break through the lines. They're pressing really, really well. But when Leeds are on the ball, we're not able to effectively find Ramazani and Nonto really at that point. Schmidt. It's a great ball from Schmidt. Chambers has got a good opportunity here to put the ball in. Puts the ball in. Willie Nonto, shot on goal. Good save. Much better from Leeds. Much better from Leeds. Really good from Ampadu. Don't go back. Ampadu, advance. Come on. Well done. Finds the midfielder. Really good play by Leeds on the right-hand side. Very reminiscent of Dan James and Jayden Bogle in terms of just finding each other. Schmidt found Sam Chambers with a lovely ball. Really, Schmidt looks good. Schmidt's really, really decent. He's a decent player. Finds Chambers. Chambers had just lost the ball there again. He's lost the ball 2 or 3 times now. His touch isn't great, I'll be honest. But Leeds win the ball high up. Joseph, man. I thought he was in. He was. And Joseph then with a poor ball. Come on, Matteo. Come on. Come on, mate. Come on, lad. It's the little things here with Matteo. It's just sometimes, it's winning the ball back. A little bit of endeavour here. Excellent ball from, I believe it was Chambers. And just look at the attack back here. Chambers did really well. And it's a really nice body adjustment there from Nonso. Unlucky. But, yeah, come on. Joseph there. It's got to be better. It's got to be a lot better. Rothwell, lovely interchange. And Gilavoggi, man. Fucking hell. He is a 10-minute player, lads. He is a 10-minute player. At this level now, I'm sure he's a lovely lad. I'm sure he's a nice guy around the place. But I have to say, I've seen enough of him right now on the ball in tight pockets when he's under a bit of a press. He's not it. He's not who you want in there, Gilavoggi. He's just not. In those, when he's got a little bit of space and he can move and he can get those legs moving, great, fantastic. He's got a bit of time and space, but aside from that, he's a bit stodgy on the ball, which is not ideal. Ampadu. Schmidt. Ooh, Ampadu. Oh, really lovely ball by Pascal. Oh, Tanganga's just got an absolute toenail on it to take it away from Leeds. 3 Leeds players advancing. Denor, Tanganga, Harding. Offside, Leeds free kick. Good line. How old is he? Yeah, Jam. Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, he needs to start. Of course, when he's given games like this, mate, he needs to see a little bit more in his play. I completely agree. Completely agree. But look, yeah, I don't deny it. Strauk, Byram, Rothwell. Ah, brilliant from Rothwell. Just takes it past. And he should win a free kick here. Oh, he's just lost it. Gilavoggi. Gilavoggi plays the ball behind Ampadu, so he's got to readjust his body. Schmidt does really well. Joseph, link up, loses it again. He's got to start doing better on that link up, Matteo Joseph. It's got to be a little bit more assured there. It's got to be better, Matteo. Come on. Nonso does well. Nonso started well. Really end-to-end this, though. It's not a bad game. Femi Aziz cuts inside. Schmidt does really well. Chambers, keep hold of it, lad. Keep a hold of it. He does well. Well done, Chambers. Then Joseph, he's starting to annoy me now. Keep hold of the ball, Matteo. Stop losing it. It's silly. He's rushing it. Absolutely rushing it every single time. It's always first touch. And I understand it's about tempo. Trying not to get vexed with this as well. But I know Joseph is better than this. He's got to start taking his time a little bit when he's linking the play. Sometimes he's not even got a man behind him, okay? He's moved backwards and he's got 2 yards on the man. And he's just giving the ball away to their midfield in transition. It's got to be better from him. Yeah, Schmidt's looking good, mate. Schmidt's looking good. Schmidt looks to go forward. He's going to have to come back. Nonso, Schmidt, Gilavoggi does well. Nonso, it's got to be a yellow card. It's got to be a yellow card. No yellow card. Right, okay. So the guys as well, Nonso in the 10. So this is what I'm saying. Byron, ball in the box. It's to no one. He couldn't use his left foot, so he went out with the outside of his right foot. Poor from Sam Byram. Poor. As a footballer, in that position, you have to be able to use your left foot. He's got no one around him. No one around him. He's got to be able to use his left foot there. He's used the outside of his right foot, which means the ball's naturally just going to sweep in and it's going to be a bit lighter. Got to get the power of the left foot on it there. It's gone for a Travella. Come on, Sam. Flipping heck, mate. You're a footballer. You've got to be able to use your left foot in attacking situations when nobody's around you. Don't Travella it and just hope for the best. Come on. Schmidt, lovely ball from Schmidt. Sam Chambers, excellent touch. Chance here for Sam. We just look. I don't know if it's to be fair. I don't know if it's Millwall. That's tame. That from lovely first touch from Chambers. Yeah, he's got at the minute he's got a way to go. It's not a good ball in that from Chambers. He's got bags of time as well. The keeper can read that. It's too close to the keeper. A lot of time there as well. A lot of time to be able to pick his pass. Lovely first touch. Schmidt's the standout here by a mile, by the way. Schmidt is the standout of the rotated players. Chambers wins a free kick. Well done, lad. He's had a good start though, Chambers. He's nowhere near the finished article, but he's a young lad. But yeah, he's nowhere near the finished article. It's so weird how we're building up on the right all the time. We've got that on the left as well when it looks at Ramazani and Byram. A little bit more of an experienced group. Byram uses his left foot. Jesus Christ. Ramazani. Unlucky. Good effort. Worth the effort. Shoots on goal. Gets past Wes Harding. Unlucky. Bielsa way, how we playing? Yeah, we're doing all right, mate. We're doing all right. We've come into it a little bit more in the last 5 minutes. I said the first 20 minutes on the balance of play, I'd say Millwall were maybe the better team. Just in terms of being able to keep the ball, retain possession, put a few sequences together. Leeds were just sort of getting the ball and sporadically losing it. So we've come into it a little bit more here, which is good. So as I say, Sam Chambers is in the front line. Do you know what I mean? It's a completely rejigged bunch there. If I'm honest, I'm not a massive fan of Gilavoggi in that middle. If he's got time and it's a home game, I don't mind it. But when he's under pressure and he's looking for those pockets, he's not the one. He's not good under pressure. Schmidt's looked the best. Chambers loses it. But yeah, Schmidt's looked the best player so far for Leeds. Joseph does well, wins it back, loses it then again. Millwall in the midfield here. This is where Leeds have got to work hard. There's too much room here. Where's Gilavoggi? Too much room in the midfield. Schmidt recovers again really, really well and plays a lovely ball to Willie Gnonto. Gnonto, what's he doing? Play it back. Well, no, I don't know what Gnonto's doing there. He's completely lost the ball. Now Schmidt's out of position. Gnonto's out of position. And it's a goal. It's quite frankly fucking shit from Willie Gnonto. It's absolutely fucking shite from Willie Gnonto. Mind my language. It's a wicked deflection from Finn Azaz and it goes into the back of the net. It's really, really poor from Willie Gnonto. And let me tell you exactly why. Schmidt recovers the ball. Now, to start off with, in the first phase of play, I don't know where the midfield is. Gilavoggi is nowhere to be seen. I think the thing with Gilavoggi is he thinks he's a centre-back. He just moves into that centre-back region. So he's not going and attacking that chasm of space. Sunderland have just scored as well. Jesus Christ, a double barrel. So Gnonto holds on to the ball in the second phase of play. I mean, it looked like a free kick, I'll be honest, on Willie Gnonto. But there is an option for Willie Gnonto to go straight back to Schmidt as soon as Schmidt plays him the ball. He doesn't do that, and he holds onto the ball, and then suddenly you've got 4 Millwall players surrounding Willie Gnonto on the edge of the on the sideline, and they win it back off him. They recover the ball. The midfield's nowhere. The midfield, I keep saying it's harsh, but Gilavoggi, man, I'm not sold on him at all. I don't mind it as an addition, like it's good in terms of the changing room, but Joseph's been crap. Mind my French. 1-0 Millwall. Let me just change that. First goal Leeds have conceded in 6 games. It was a wicked deflection, but it's going to be an awful game to watch now, isn't it? That's why you should always have a go as well, guys. You know, you're always like, on goal, have a shot because that can happen. It can deflect. Do you know what I mean? It can deflect and spam him and can be the jammiest goal you've ever seen. And that's just what that was. So, ball in. Yeah, Millwall fans are absolutely embarrassing, by the way. They're singing Leeds are falling apart. Oh, yeah, 5 points clear at the top of the table. Got to be careful here, though. It's definitely been a disjointed performance from the Whites. They look a lot. I mean, I'll be honest. It looks like a lot of their first teams come out. You can tell Leeds have made loads of changes. You can tell we've made a lot of changes. But that was really poor from Willie Gnonto. Schmidt did really well. Look for the return pass, the little 1-2. Gnonto keeps hold of it and keeps hold of it, keeps hold of it. The ball's turned over. There's 4 on 1 of him. He can't get out. 4 on 1. Then they come forward. The midfield's not there to close down quick enough, and they score. I don't really know what that means, Paul. Why, Paul? Why do you say stuff like that? Why do you say stuff like that? So, are you now saying inside 33 minutes Ramazan is not good enough? This is what I can't stand about stuff like this. I cannot stand about stuff like this. Like, you can have a long-standing opinion on a player, and believe that player's better for that sort of situation. Do you know what I hope now for me, Paul? I hope Ramazani goes and shoves 2 in, mate, to shut you up. That's what I hope. Byram. I'll tell you what, Paul. Next time Solomon has a quiet 20, 25 minutes, I'll say to you, I'll be like, is it still having him over him, mate? Still having him over him? Come on, mate. I'm not impressed with Josh. Sorry, I'm felt that. Yeah, he's all right, mate. He's all right. Yeah, Tanya, that's why you put him on mute. I've not even got him on, mate. I've not even got him on. Yeah, I mean, exactly what I mean. I want to see. I mean, how many? I want to see how many changes Millwall made. I mean, what's that? I mean, look, I know we've got a good second squad, of course. I know we've got a good second squad, and that's what we spoke about. Um, but let's. I mean, who did deflect off here? I mean, it's the most horrendous goal you'll ever see. It's an awful goal. Yeah, midfield ain't looking good there. Has to be honest. So I think they've made. Oh, they're in again. Missed the sitter. I didn't even see that one. But Millwall have made 3 changes. So we've made 10. They've made 3 changes. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to get too upset about it, guys. I'm really not. I'm really not going to get too upset about it. It is annoying me, some of the performances, I have to be honest, but it is what it is. What's happened here? Ampadu. What is he doing? What is he doing? So Ethan Ampadu loses the ball, an absolute horrendous touch, and they've just smacked the bar. They've hit the bar, and then they've just missed the sitter, causing all of our own problems. Ethan Ampadu tries to run out with the ball, gets caught. They get the ball, smack the bar, and then just miss an absolute sitter afterwards. So can't complain. I said in the first bit, they look like a team, and they are a team because they've been together longer. Do you know what I mean? When you've got brilliant from Schmidt, Chambers. No idea what happened, but yeah, the stream just decided to go at the last minute there. Schmidt, an insane touch, by the way. Leeds still in this game, by the way. An insane touch by Schmidt. Lovely ball from Rothwell. What a ball that is. Schmidt, what a touch. What a touch. Releases Sam Chambers. And it's a save by the keeper. He's got to do better again. Chambers has had 2 really good opportunities. He's got to do better. Test the keeper, goes straight down the middle. He's got to score. For me, he's got to score there. He's got to score. Goes either side of him, it goes in. Leeds corner. But this is what you're having to do. You know, they've made 3 changes. We've made 10, and we've got, like, with the greatest of respect, a kid, haven't we? We've got a kid in there who we're trying to, give a bit of an opportunity to here. And you can tell he's very, very, very raw and green. You can tell. Schmidt. Ramzani. Gilavoggi. Strout. Leeds should win a corner here. No, it's not marshalled out by Byram. Byram. Left foot. Joseph. Someone have a shot. Nonto. And we're just mucking around with it. Someone have a shot. We don't have a shot, and they crowd us out. Someone. Gilavoggi just fouls. Oh, good lord. He gets a yellow card. He's got a yellow card, or is he going out for a red? What's going on here, Gilavoggi? Yeah, he's struggling, mate. There's a lot wrong with Gilavoggi in this game. I'll be honest. There's a lot wrong with him. He's getting a yellow card here, I think. Is it a yellow? Yeah, it's a yellow. So the availability for build. Why is he? This is what annoys me. I know Gilavoggi's a nice guy, but they've all just tried to get him sent off, and he's now patting Tanganga on the back. Do you know what I mean? Don't pat Tanganga on the back, Joss. He's tried to get you sent off. Have a little bit of nastiness about you. Yeah, they've all tried to get you sent off there, mate. And was it a bad tackle? It's an absolute shocking challenge. It's a shocking challenge. See his touch, 2 of the touches. He's like, oh, he can't. Right. So his limitations as a footballer, from what I've seen with this guy, is he naturally reverts into a back two. Sorry, a back three, a centre back three. The reason for that is because he can't get involved in build up. So a lot of the time when they've got Denora in the middle and they've got Mitchell in the middle who can deal with build up from, whatever phases they're having, we can't build up with Joshua Gilavogi. We can't do it. So in games where we have, let's say, Gruev in the middle, dropping deep to receive the ball and move it, Tanaka doing the same things, Joshua Gilavogi is not comfortable in possession. So if he's not comfortable in possession and there's a press on him, it's very difficult for Leeds to build up vertically, which is what Farke likes to do. So that's why you've seen all of Leeds' build up on that right hand side. I have to say, Schmidt's been excellent. Schmidt has been brilliant. And Chambers, I think, should have had two. He should have had two in this game. Poor finishes for both, but as I keep saying, he's a young lad. Yeah, I think you might need to sub Joss as well. I agree. I think if you want to win the game, I think you got to sub him. And the reason I think you've got to sub him as well is because I think he's in danger of getting another yellow card because of that touch. They're going to press that touch, and he's not got a good first touch. So if they're pressing his touch, I've got a real worry because his first touch is like bang bang. So it's a bit of a trampoline touch. His first one of the two. Unfortunately, with him doing that, it puts him in a predicament. So if Leeds are trying to build up at any point through the midfield and his first touch is being squeezed on. Oh, dear. We're not out the game anyway. We're not out the game. It's not been impressive. It's a horrible goal to concede that deflection, but we're not out the game. The build-up's just so disjointed. It's so disjointed. It's quite easy to defend against. Like Gilavogi, man. Dunno. Shout goes home. Well played. Darlow. Good ball out. Byram, nice turn. Ramzani. Nonso. Foul again. Well, one again for you, Paul, as well, because I know you said that. Would you rather not have Solomon? If you're not building up down that left hand side, Solomon wouldn't be involved there either, mate. Solomon wouldn't be involved either. So we're not building up vertically or on that left hand side. All of our movement is going down that other side, mate. So Ramazani on the ball. Nonso. Ball in. Oh, it's a brilliant ball in from Willie Nonso, but no one's there to fucking tap the ball in. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. No one there to tap it in. I don't know, Jared. I think he's been one of the best players, mate. I think he's been one of the best players in this game. It's not been great, has it? Let's be honest, but yeah, it's not been great. But I think Nonso and Schmidt have probably been the better players, mate. To be honest. This is too easy for Millwall. This is too easy. They're spraying the ball around. It's too easy. We're not being aggressive enough. Brian, and we might not want to win the game. I think he'll keep this side out, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to make like changes or whatever, but it's got to be better. Gilavogi does well there. Schmidt's been the standout. Been brilliant in this game for me. Isaac Schmidt. Percentages have been really good. Wins that one again as well. Joseph's so isolated, guys. He's so isolated. The problem is, what I will say in Joseph's defense is his link-up play has been poor. His link-up play has been poor. But what I'll say in his defense is he's so high up the pitch. You know where normally you get Perot dropping back almost into a number 10? So he's closer to the midfield. It is so obvious in this game how the midfield aren't getting up quickly enough to link play anyway with Joseph. There's a chasm between the midfield and the striker, which is a problem. So I think a front two would work. Front two would work. You got you got Peru sort of making up that gap as well at points. Ramazani cuts inside. How's it go? Good block. Good block. Matt, is it by any chance because he's on the number 10 and wingers can't go in the number 10? Mate, I think if Ramazani was there, they're getting the same treatment. That is funny. Maybe it's because Nonto's in the 10. Thought about that? That doesn't surprise me at all. Gilaboggi. Mitchell. Leeds win it back. Nonto. But, you know, and he is right when it comes to it. He was at fault. I think he was at fault for that goal. But, yeah, he's at fault for that goal. No, I know, Paul. I know, mate. It's just the whole. There's certain people who peddle that way of thinking, mate. Do you know what I mean? For those who wanted Nonto in or Ramazani, and this is what it's giving you, Ramazani anyway. Oh wow, the keeper's just come out and done such an unbelievable job there to get the ball off Ramazani. But yeah, there's just people who peddle that thought, mate, of like if he's played 30 minutes and not been great, and it's a problem with like our fan base and a lot of fan bases. Get him out. He's crap. He's not good enough. That's it. That's the judgment. And I know you're not saying that for Ramazani, mate, but once again, in this game, who's been the ball carrier, mate? Who's been the one that gets us up the pitch? Who's been winning the fouls? Who's been having the shots on goal? I think Leeds have had 4 shots on goal. Chambers 2, Ramazani the other 2. So who else is doing anything, mate? You know what I mean? Brad says people were calling Nonto the best. I was calling him one of the best in the championship, mate. Do you disagree that his level isn't that? So form right now, performance and level. Should he be the best player in this division? Is this why we're all harsh on Willie Nonto? I think it is. I think we're all harsh on him because we know how good he can be. We know how good he can be. We know what elements. Bearing in mind, everyone was licking his arse after the Cardiff 7-0 with that finish. Came on, 3 touches, wrapped it in the bottom corner with his weak foot. So it's just mad how things change all of a sudden. Now what's going on with Willie Nonto? Oh, do you know what I mean? This is the whole thing. We know his technical level is up there. The problem with Willie Nonto is, I agree, the consistency. I'm not saying you're saying this, by the way, Brad. It's just a general point. His consistency hasn't been good enough, and I agree. But I think there is context with Willie Nonto. In this Leeds side, he's always the most marked man in the team. Aronson doesn't have that treatment. Byram just slowing everything down. Gilavoggi's slowing everything down. At least Nonto and Ramazani are trying to move things on a little bit quicker. And look, fucking Byram there. This is what I'm talking about. Holds his hand up. Leads quick in thought right there. Really good opportunity. Ramazani's on that slipstream on that left-hand side. Byram kicks the ball out of play. But these things aren't taken into account. You know, we don't look at the midfield and how crap it's been in build-up. We don't look at the wide areas and the fact that Sam can't use his left foot to actually aid the wide player. We don't look at the fact that anytime Nonto and Ramazani have the ball, they're getting clattered. Yeah, they're getting clattered, and Leeds have won the most fouls in this game because Millwall have evidently looked at those two as the key players. And any single time they get the ball, they've got 2 or 3 players around them. You know? That, for example, Aronson doesn't get that treatment because he's not seen as one of the key problems in this Leeds United side by opposition teams. So there's a lot of context that needs to be applied when we're comparing Nonto and comparing Aronson and Ramazani, because I know it happens a lot. Ramazani and Nonto get way more treatment from the opposition than Aronson does. That's just facts. So it makes the game a little bit harder for them, I believe, anyway. Anyway, it's halftime. Millwall probably the better team. Let's be honest, everybody. I'm just going to go for a quick coffee, everybody, and we'll see you on the other side. See you soon. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. When did this happen? He was saying on my phone that it was fine. Right, we're not on the 66th minute either, people. Sorry about this. I think we're in the 49th minute. Is that right? So there we go. You've had a longer half time than expected. Honestly. Any changes? Presumably not. You guys helping me out here. Apologies. Once again, slap a like on the stream as well, guys. We're going afterwards with instant match reaction. Right. That's where we're at. So apologies, everyone. Apologies. What are your thoughts? So I want to see if this is any different. I've got a few thoughts that we're going to be speaking about after the game with how we're going about this tactically, which just isn't helping us. So we'll wait and see if it changes, I guess. Slap a like on the vid as well, everyone. And we will carry on. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's got to be better. Switch. Byram. Brilliant. He's used his left foot. Ramazani. Ball in. Corner. Oh, goal kick. Yeah, I think the irritating thing and one of the big things I noticed everybody was like the lack of why we're building up on this right hand side. I don't understand why is the onus on building up on that right hand side. Basically, I think Firpo have we not got like a left back in the academy who can use that foot as Sam Byron plays the ball behind Ramazani and we nearly lose the ball in build up with his left foot again. Like, do we not have do you not think we have if we've got Sam Chambers in there, do we not have a left footed player who can help him build up? Does it have to be Sam Byram? We are building the ball up on Chambers' side, which, if we're being honest, he's the worst player on the pitch. He's the worst player, and that's he's a young lad. He's just come into it. He's just not as technically able. He's not as quick of thought. And we've got him in there, and that's where we're building up through. And that's an instruction from the manager, guys. It's an instruction from the manager. We're building up on that side. That's stupid for me. Stupid. So, yeah, doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Leeds have the ball. Graham says he's getting tired of watching Byram on that left-hand side. And guys, I know what you're saying about. I mean, I said the same thing about Joseph, just in terms of his hold-up play. I said the same thing in that first half, but there's a few problems here with this rotated 11. Gilavolki doesn't show for the ball. Watch him in the midfield. He doesn't want the ball. He doesn't show for it. He needs to start doing that more. You're basically getting Leeds build up on the right-hand side, which makes absolutely no sense because the quality is on the left. So, yeah, this isn't working at the minute. And basically what you're getting with Sam Byram is a player who just doesn't use the left foot. And and apparently the problems are elsewhere. I don't really see where the problems are elsewhere, to be honest. I get that Joseph's not been great. I understand that, and I agree with people. His first touch hasn't been great, but if you're not building up the pitch, if we're not getting up the pitch and we're not effectively doing anything in the final third, what we're meant to do? What's Joseph meant to do? But I agree with you. He's not been great when he's been on the ball. But overall, we can't do anything if he's not getting the ball. Yeah, what's he supposed to do? Perform magic? This guy at left back is just, I cannot understand. It's absolutely baffling for me. Yeah. I mean, Pete, you're right. Get Firpo and Byram's killing him. I'm happy there's more people starting to realise this. I've been saying this for the best part of 2 years now. Build up with Byram is really poor. It's really poor. So we have to go on that right-hand side. So now what we'll probably see is more down the Schmidt and Sam Chambers side instead of Ramazani on the other. Just put Nonto on the right, I guess, and just put Firpo at left back. If that, that just aid us so much because apparently we don't have a left-footed player at the club. Byram going back again here. Go on your left side. Flipping professional footballer for Leeds United. Nonto skips past the man, does really, really well. Goes inside because Byram doesn't offer that option. Oh my God. Gilavoggi gets skinned. Joseph gets skinned. Negley does really well. Ball inside here. Kundal. Looked offside this here. Azaz. Yeah, he's offside. Yeah, I've seen that, mate. I've seen that, the Sunderland score. Which that's good as well, I guess, isn't it? For someone who say you don't care about this this game, it's quite funny, this, isn't it? Where though, Pinky? So if he's not getting the ball, what's he supposed to do? Is he supposed to go and get the ball at DCM, get the ball and bring it forward and score a rocket and do that 2 or 3 times to satisfy you? What's he supposed to do if the build-up isn't getting to him? Nonso. Here we go. Ramazani. Great save. Brilliant save from the keeper. There you go. Nonso and Ramazani. The boys. Leeds with a bit of space there. There's your build-up between those two. Brilliant from Nonso. Good feet. Joseph's not my boy, by the way. It's not my boy. I take the mick out of this sort of stuff, but I'm a 31-year-old man. Nobody's my boy. Rothwell, ball in. Where the ball is. Gone back out, Rothwell. Bit of a melee in the box. Saved by the keeper. Leads on the seconds, maybe. Oh, Byram. Negley. Leeds win it back. It's much better from Leeds. It's more intense. Schmidt. Gilavoggi again. Aziz. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fucking shite. Absolutely fucking crap. Yeah, it's not. What are you smiling about, mate? What are you smiling about? Stop smiling at everything. Flipping heck. Tanganga in that first half, you laid one on him. You laid one on Denor. Should have been sent off for that. And you're smiling. You're laughing and joking with Tanganga. Absolutely shite, Gilavoggi. Literally said this in the first half. You press the guy. What did I say? You press the guy. He can't deal with it. He cannot deal with it. So what does he do? He goes into build-up. He acts as a centre-back. He acts as a centre-back because he doesn't want the ball. Why are we persisting with him in the middle when he doesn't like vertical build-up? He doesn't like being on the ball. Shite. Game over. Crap. Yeah, and I agree. Darlow, not good enough. Not good enough. Another absolutely crap deflected goal as well. Another deflected goal. First one was just... It's been crap, this, lads. It's been crap. It's been so crap, this. Really bad. Really bad. Joseph. Ramazani. Chance again. Ramazani. Really poor. Sam Chambers. Ramazani. What are we doing? What are we doing? We've gone from being like absolutely, you know, exhilarating going forward to just taking our time and like the tempo. But I mean, what is that nonsense? What is going on? What is going on? This is crap. It really is poor in the attacking third from Leeds. It's nowhere near what we're used to. You know what I mean? Really poor decisions. Like even Ramazani, they're taking his time. Have a shot. Shoot. Do mate. I think I'm not necessarily bothered that it's the FA Cup. What bothers me is it's like certain individual performances have really wound me up today, of which I didn't expect them to. I didn't expect them to wind me up. Don't you dare go back again. Take him on and go on your left foot. There we go. Byram's left foot. Nonso. Penalty maybe. Penalty Leeds. Thank God. Nonso wins it. Come on. The way this game's going, we missed this penalty. Do you know what I mean? That's the way the game's going. It's mad. If anything's going to happen, it's happening through Nonso, innit? It just is. It's happening through Nonso. Well done for Schmidt as well. I didn't even look a pen, to be honest. He's gone down easily, but I'll take it. Yeah, didn't look a pen, but I don't care. Strauk on it. Right, 58 minutes. Get back into this. Come on. Fine. You know, as I say, I'm not too bothered. It's just, well, I'll say I am because it's Leeds. You know, I want us to win. So I am bothered. Of course I am. I'm talking absolute crap. But the FA Cup, I'm not that bothered. This keeper's been very good today, to be fair. He's probably going to frigging serve this, isn't he? Strauk. But it's just individual performances. Strauk. I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. What did I say? Knew he'd miss. Knew he'd miss. Absolutely written that he'd miss. Leeds missed the penalty. What a game this is. What a really enjoyable Saturday afternoon this is. No way are we getting back into this game. I just have to do this because it's what I'm doing, but we ain't getting back into this game. No way. No way. Millwall keeper saves. I don't know. Is it at the post or did he tip it onto the post? I don't know. I don't know. Looked like it just hit the post, but they're second to the like. They're just. It feels like they're first to everything. To be honest, like why are they first to the contact to kick the ball out of play as well? Why are we not there on it? You know what I mean? Just that's what it's been with Leeds today. It's very disjointed, and we've looked vulnerable today. We've looked really, really vulnerable. Ball played forward. But once again, I'll say we've had our chances. Those two Sam Chamber chances in that first half. You know, the two Sam Chamber chances, the Ramazani chance, which is a brilliant save by that keeper, the penalty. We've had our chances, had the chances there. We've just not put them away. Ramazani. Byram. Go on, you have to use your left foot. Better. Watford have scored. Get in. 2-1 Watford. 46th minute. Ampadu, who's been awful today, by the way. Awful. Terrible first touch as Millwall come forward. Yeah, they're just. I think they're. I mean, we're the aggressor, but we ain't scoring. Oh, we might score, but guys, slap a like on the video as well. If you are watching on Twitter and Facebook, do us a favor and do us a favor and head on over to YouTube, Loser as well. So I don't really know how to look at that. Us playing Watford next, then beating Sunderland. Oh God, that's kind of how I look at it, to be honest. Watford winning, yeah, I know, Lee. I know. Oh yeah, Sheffield United. Forgot about them. Forgot they're even playing. Have they just started though, Sheffield? I can't remember. Have they just started? Blunts? I don't think Sheffield United. Oh, City have scored. I didn't know They're kicked off. Yeah, they've not. They're not. Sheffield United haven't started, mate. Yeah, and it tells me that he's not really that arsed. It tells me that he's not really that arsed because Sam Chambers and Guilavogui are still on the pitch. So at the end of the day, he's done the team. He's done the team. He's keeping like this is the thing. Oh, so and so's playing poorly. Well, Farker's picking them. They're still in there. They're still playing right now because Daniel Farker. So take them out then. If they've been crap and we've got rotation on the bench, take them out. It says to me maybe he's not that interested. Sam Chambers, bless him, has not been good. He has not been good. He's not ready whatsoever for this level. So I don't understand why he's still playing. Do you know what I mean, everyone? You know, there's a lot you were saying about Joseph. I think he just wants Peru to have a little bit of a rest. So I understand him keeping Joseph on. Byram's just look at Byram's body shape, man. Go on your left. Closed body operator. There he is, the closed operator. Go on your left side. Will not do it. So, yeah, any sort of build-up on that left, I keep saying to you guys, is screwed with Sam Byram being there. You might as well just put Schmidt on the left-hand side and put Byram on the right. Because Schmidt can use his left foot. Byram can't. This is easy for Millwall, like. It's easy. This team's too fractured right now. As I say, 10 changes. Yeah, but as you guys saying, it's an awful watch. Awful watch. But I knew they'd be more up for it. I mean, you could tell as well by the starting 11. What's the starting 11? Did they put and I know I keep saying this about us having rotations everywhere, but the starting 11, what they made 3 changes. So it's it's a strong team. I mean, I was a strong team, but you can see the problems right now. You can see it. There's no build-up. The build-up is completely fractured. Guilavogui is, I keep saying this, not a build-up merchant. He's now getting caught in possession. I mean, he got caught in possession for their goal as well, and has been caught in possession throughout the game. Has got a terrible first touch. Byram's nowhere near the level, absolutely nowhere near the level of a Leeds United, in my opinion, starting left back. I don't think he is. I never have thought that. With what our goals are, I think he's fine. He's steady Eddie, but in build up, with Byram, you literally have to understand that your left wing is going to be suffering. Solomon has done. Look, Ramazani's just on his own here. Go on, Ramazani. Do it yourself. Nonto. No option. Ball in. It's a good ball in. Back post. No one frigging there. Schmidt. Ball in. Headed out. Not Guilavogui. Rothwell. Corner. Just do something, Farker. We ain't scoring, mate. Sorry if it sounds negative, this, but it's a shame. It's a shame that, like, it's been this sort of performance. Don't get me wrong, it's not been hellish, but it's been a shame that from the rotation we've seen. I think Nonso, Ramazani, I think Rothwell, Schmidt have been good. The rest haven't. Ball in. Corner again. We all love this type of Leeds fan, don't we? Fucking hell. Jesus. Ball in. Rothwell. Horrendous ball in. Kicked out. Yeah, that's it, Brandon. We've got no midfield. No midfield whatsoever. It's just a chasm in that midfield. I mean, Rothwell's build-up's on that left-hand side as well. Here they come again, Millwall. Schmidt did well. Is it Femi Azaz as well? Is it Femi Azaz who's just absolutely? I don't even know where Schmidt's playing now. Is Schmidt left back now? Have they eventually changed? I don't really know what's going on. Oh, dear. Yeah, Watford are winning. Scott, I don't really know what you mean, mate. Are you taking the mick? I don't really know what you mean. Millwall corner. Yeah, there'll be a bit of a change now. Naturally, a bit of a change with the subs coming on. Millwall head it wide. Lappers 2-2 coming up. Yep, 70 minutes. It's incredible, isn't it, how he just does this every single time. I mean, I'd have been... maybe, in all fairness to him, he kind of has to do this because he needs players to have rest. I get that. Solomon now, Firpo, Tanaka. Yeah, but Ben, it's true. It's true. It's true. This fan base absolutely loves Sam Byron because he's a free transfer. He gives it his all, and that's it. So yeah, they absolutely love Sam Byron. Even though we've got a better player available, it's Sam Byron's he's a good lad and he's Leeds through and through. So that elevates him to some of our fan base as above players who are better than him. I don't know why. I've never understood why, but it is what it is. And I get crap for calling that out because just because he gives blood, guts, and thunder, that means that he must be starting ahead of a player who's better than him. It's bizarre. Firpo comes on. Well, hopefully we'll see a little bit of difference now. Thank God Gilavogi's come off. Lovely turn. Is it Solomon? Oh, and for some reason Solomon's gone all the way back and just lost it. I don't know where he's passing it to there. Solomon did really well. He moved past the press and then just gave the ball away. It was very weird. Leeds throw. We all know what should have happened anyway, don't we? We all know Gilavogi should have been second off at half time, but Firpo, ball in. But lads, so far, so far, not been great, has it? But this is, I will say as well, this is one of Ampadu's worst games. Ampadu's been shocking today. Absolutely shocking on both goals. He hasn't been good enough either. So that's it. It's quiet, in it. It's the whole favourite stuff, though, innit, lads? It's where's the chat about Ampadu? That's what I want to know. Where's the chat about Ampadu? Because he's not been good at all. He's not been good at all. So this is what we'll do on this channel. We'll call them out. We'll call, I don't want to call players out, by the way, because we've been brilliant this season. But every single player has the same sort of rap sheet right now. They all start at a certain level, and we'll see what happens during the game, But no one's getting saved for me here in this performance. Ampadu, not good enough. Joseph, not good enough. Oh, it's annoying though, isn't it? This. It's annoying. I am annoyed. As you can probably tell, the vibe is what it is. You're right. Going out of the cup won't be the worst thing. It's not the worst thing, is it? Less games. And who's going to be in it as well? Who's going to be in it? You know, out of the top, the Burnley still in it. Is it just literally going to be us? Is it just us on a Burnley is still in it against Southampton? They could win that, you know. They could win that. What more? I have to say I've been impressed with how aggressive Millwall have been. It's been a really good performance from Millwall. That's what we have got to say as well, everyone. Like, Leeds haven't been good at all, but this is probably, you know, well, it definitely is one of the better sides we've seen at Ellen Road. I know we've made changes, but we've still got good players on this pitch. Millwall have been very good. They've been very, very good. They've been strong. They've been aggressive. They've been pressy. But, you know, we have missed chances. We've missed big chances. So, Solomon cannot get past Wes Harding here. Really good defending. They've just defended. Rothwell's going to go. That sums it up. Sums it up. Crap from Joe Rothwell. Easy to defend against. Just heads it over the bar or kicks it over the bar. Didn't head it. John, this is. It doesn't have to be a thing because they're not playing. I always remember this when, like, if we go through a period, like I remember it last season when we went through a period of time where we were winning loads of games, right? The players that wouldn't be playing were crap, right? Or they were not good enough. Just because you're losing a certain game doesn't mean that you're missing a certain player. Maybe the opposition have just come in and been better than you on the day. You can't win every single game. Leeds have had a really good set of players out there today. Is Aronson making... Where's been the problem today? It's been our finishing. Is Aronson coming on and making a massive difference? He's not. He's not for me anyway. Guys, the big problem's been the midfield. We always say it's the most important part of any football pitch. And you're right, John, in terms of Aronson's energy, of course, but it's the control. The tempo's not been dictated. They've not been aggressive enough in that midfield. Millwall have bullied us in that midfield today. They've bullied us in that midfield. And yeah, Aronson's part of that, of course he is. But the double pivot hasn't been good enough. And it's affected the centre-backs as well. Massively, it's affected the centre-backs. There's been no protection there for them, but there's been no build-up. Farke wants you to build up through the middle, right? And we've not been able to do that because, quite frankly, Joshua has been hiding in terms of build-up. And that's a harsh thing to say, but he has. He's been hiding. And Rothwell... not been getting on it enough. You look at the difference when Gruev is dropping in. I'm not his biggest fan, but when he's dropping in, trying to pick up the ball and move it. Look at Tanaka dropping in, moving it. It's a next level in comparison to Joshua just getting the ball and having two sort of passes and not being able to do anything with it. It's a poor ball in from Solomon there. And Leeds win a free kick. Oh dear. People asking me what my honest opinion is. Guys, I'm not basing how good a player is off this game. I'm not. I'm going to give Sam Chambers another chance. I'm going to give Joseph another chance. I'm going to give other players in this side another chance. I don't agree with people, and I think that's why it vexes me a little bit, but I get it's the online world of people who just come in, watch this game, and suddenly think a player's absolutely crap. I've never done that for me, and it doesn't mean I'm better than the rest at all. It doesn't mean that I might be reading the game wrong, but... you know, I try base it on what I've seen throughout a period of time. That's why I prefer Firpo to Byram. It's why I prefer, you know, Tanaka and Ampadu as the midfield, central midfield. I think there's a good yin and yang balance there. I think Nonto would be a good number 10 if we actually had all the players in around him who provide us with that quality. I'm not just going to come in and say these players are crap off the back of this performance. Millwall have been good. Rothwell on the free kick, saved. And their keeper's been really good, to be fair. There's an argument he's been man of the match. So if we'd been poor and their goalkeeper is arguably man of the match, it's not too bad, is it? Scott, you're talking crap again, mate. That's just absolute rubbish. Because in this game, immediately, I've spoken about Joseph being very poor. I've also said Peru and Joseph. That is the reason I didn't want to go out and get a number 9. I didn't want Archer because we've got Peru and Joseph. So what does that tell you? Does that mean I hate Peru? No, because I'd be going out and saying, go and get a number 9. Go and get a number 9. Go and get a number 9. Aronson, I think there's areas of the game he's not great, but I think there's areas where he's been good. And on this channel, you might prefer certain people, of course, but you'll always give them the flowers. So that's just coming from your own perspective there, mate. You're reading that situation wrong. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm telling you, that's not how I'm coming across. It's not how I feel. So You can't tell me how I feel, mate. With the greatest of respect. You're reading that situation completely wrong. So maybe have a little bit of a look at yourself there. Solomon on the ball anyway. On this left-hand side up against George Honeyman. Cuts inside. Good ball. Nonso. Just can't get through. Can't get through. Their defenders, but Millwall have been really good. You've got to be fair. You've got to be fair. Millwall have been really good. Really, really good. Leeds haven't been good enough, but they've been good. That's it. You know, we're out the cup. It's probably an advantage to Leeds anyway. You know, you have this full starting 11 on from the very beginning to Leeds win the game, probably. That's how you got to see it, guys. We've had a rotated side on. Are we going to have a rotated side this season? No. Does this mean suddenly we had to go and do loads of business in the window? Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. What this means is that, you know, 10 players rotated might not be as good as a Millwall side who have won 3 on the bounce and have made 3 changes for this game. We've made 10. So, yeah. Connor Joseph had enough chance, but not good enough. That's fine, mate. That's Scribs. That's fine, mate. That's absolutely fine. Do I think he's done enough? Like, yeah, 100%, mate. He's not. He's not. What am I saying? What's that? What am I saying that's this offensive with Joseph? That's really pissing people off. Is it the fact that I'm saying I'm not just going to throw him out right now? Is it the fact that I'm saying for certain games I think he's applicable? I know you're not saying this, Scribs, right now, but there seems to be like this underlying problem of me with Joseph, right? I think in this system, Peru isn't benefited as much as he could be. If you compare this to a previous system that Joseph has been, Peru's been working in at Swansea, where I think he was much more involved and much better. And I don't think it helps Joseph as well. I was mentioning why it doesn't help Joseph in the first half with the gap between the midfield and him, because he's literally on the last line of the defence, whereas Peru likes to come a little bit further deep. Do I think they'd work as a 2? Yeah, I do think they'd work as a 2, but we're not seeing that enough, right? So I'm not coming on here saying Joseph's this world-class player. I'm saying I think we need to give Joseph the amount of leverage that we gave Greenwood and Gelhardt in particular, where all the fan base didn't have a problem with Gelhardt. It was like, oh, give him a chance. Let's play. You know, I'm saying this is Joseph's first season, you know, and having him and Peru is not a bad 2. It's not a bad twosome whatsoever. Solomon. Firpo goes with the flick. We ain't scoring the month of Sundays here, by the way. Solomon's looked decent when he's come on. He's looked decent when he's come on. Millwall are just the first to every second ball. They're the first to every second ball. They're killing us. They're killing us. Luke says, you do have a bias towards it. What bias is it, mate? What bias is it? I just said I give him a chance and I think he's better. What's the bias? Third choice to who? Bamford. Luke, who's the third choice? Bamford. So you want Bamford ahead of Joseph? Fine. That's absolutely fine. It's not a bias because it's almost like it's like negative connotations attached to it. I'm literally just saying, let's give him a chance. Him in rotation with Peru. Do I think Peru should be starting certain games and Joseph should be starting others? Yeah, that's not a bias. That's not a bias. That's me saying certain players are applicable for certain games. That's how I feel. Away from home, I'd rather a workhorse and the 3 in behind can flourish. If you've got a workhorse up top who runs those centre backs, what that then means is there's going to be space for our impactful players, Solomon, Nonto, Ramazani, James, in behind. There's going to be space. If Peru is not moving around those centre backs, especially when you're coming up against the back 3, that means that the players in behind who are our most impactful are not going to get as much space. I'm trying to find logic with it. It's just that you don't agree with it because you think Peru should be starting all the time. That's not me saying that I don't like Peru, hence why I didn't want Leeds to go out and do another striker, but people don't want to listen to that. If I wanted Leeds to go and do another striker, I'd be saying, bin off Peru and go and get Cameron Archer. That was never said, ever. Solomon on the ball anyway. Firpo on the overlap. Solomon cuts inside. Ball in. That's terrible. But that's what I mean. So you agree? That's what I mean, Luke. So you're agreeing with the type of player. So I'm telling you why. I'm giving you my justification as to why I'd keep him round and to why in the long term I think it could work. Has he been good enough today? Absolutely not. Is there space for Peru and Solomon in this? Peru and Joseph in this team? Yeah. And if you're saying to me, I got asked the other day, would you be selling Joseph and going and getting selling Joseph and going and getting Cameron Archer? No way. No way. But if you don't agree with that, that's fine, man. That's absolutely fine. And Purdue, stinker, hooked. Yeah, DeBayo comes on. Yeah, I think this is probably a good thing that we're out of this, to be honest. I think it's probably a good thing. This hasn't been great. I'm happy this game's nearly over. Slap a like on the video anyway, guys. We're going to be getting more of your thoughts on the instant match reaction. I'm sure there's going to be a few spicy ones in there. Yeah, okay. Firpo trips over the ball and nearly gives the ball back to Plymouth there. That just sums it up. Oh, get off, mate. I'm not dealing with just, we can have a conversation, but I'm not just dealing with arseholes in the chat. Look, I know there's 3,000 of you in the building across all platforms. I'm not dealing with arseholes in the chat. Can have a difference in opinion, but I'm not having name calling and all this sort of stuff for an opinion. It's ridiculous. Millwall will never live this down. I like we care. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Tuesday does matter, mate. You're right. Tuesday does matter. Yeah, I agree, John. Yeah, he does need to improve, Joseph. 100%, mate. 100%. Mate, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It is. It's sad. It's sad when you got it's 21-year-old lad. It is mental. It's mental and fully grown men just going at him because they don't think he's good enough. I just think it's a bit sad. That's all. And sticking by him seen as a bad thing. Madness. Not saying he doesn't need to improve, but stick by him. That's it. Doesn't work. You can all be proven right. You can all be proven right. And you can come back on my video in 6 months' time and go, ha ha ha, told you about Joseph. You can do that. It's fine. Absolutely fine. If you want to do that, bookmark this. You can clip this up. Clip all the tweets I've made. Fine. That's what you want. That's absolutely fine. You want to be proven right. There you go. We will laugh harder at Millwall, 100%, mate. 100%. Schmidt is the best player. Yeah, he's been brilliant, mate. He's been brilliant. He's been really good. Do you know what? And probably on this has been the first ever watch long where I have nibbled a little bit. I've nibbled a little bit, I have to say. I think it's just because it's been our first loss. So I knew what was coming as soon as we had the loss, and I knew which certain players were going to get absolute. Some of the favourites were not going to get lambasted, even though they've been crap in this game. But we knew which ones were going to get it straight off the bat, even though they've had very similar performances in terms of just not being good enough. Agreed. But if we're just analysing this game right now, which is what I'm trying to do, there are certain individuals who are just not getting half the flack, who have not been good enough. Yeah, I've not been listening to the Millwall fans, to be fair, mate. Firpo. We've definitely looked better when the lads have come on, though. When Firpo's come on, when Solomon's come on, etc., etc. We've looked loads better. This is the thing. If this is a game, a full league game, I think we'd be fine in this. I think we'd be absolutely fine. The general picture right now is Sunderland are losing as of right now. Sunderland are losing. So let's have a look. What would you rather be in? Us losing to Millwall in the FA Cup. They've still got 30 minutes left, but. Let's have a look. So they'd be on 31 on 58. So if this continues, Sunderland are on the same games as us. 8 points behind. 8 points behind. So yeah, we also have got a show with Gabe, which is starting every Sunday night. Every Sunday night on at 8 o'clock. And the funniest thing is the thumbnail, and this is where we can have a little bit of a laugh. This is the thumbnail. Oh no, I don't know if I can. Can I show you it? This is the thumbnail, which has already been pre-made. You'll probably find this quite funny. Hold on. Nothing going on in the game, by the way, guys. That's why I'm just not commenting on it because there's no point. So this is the thumbnail, right? This is the thumbnail of which Gabe wanted pre-made. So I'm sure you can all come in, all the bashers, and we can have a chat about that. But yeah, he wanted that specifically made for that show, so we'll start that tomorrow night. So I'm sure there's going to be it'll be fun over there. Ball played forward from Millwall, and they've not needed to, but they've barely encroached on our half in this second phase, really. So. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, he's going to be back. He's in there. He's in San Fran at the minute. So the thing is, he's the one, right? Out of everyone, even my mates, he's the one I disagree with the most. Me and Gabe, he rang me the other night, and we just had like a 30-minute debate about something. So we're always like that, me and him. We've always been like that. That's why I brought him on. But we've always been like that. So it'll be good to get him on regularly, and I'm sure there's going to be a bit of debate in there. Some will agree with me, some will agree with Gabe. It is what it is. Ollie says defenders taking penalties is schoolboy effing grim. Do you think Strouk's not been too bad? But I actually, here's one. Why is Joseph not going and taking the penalty when he needs a goal? And we're going to talk about that on the instant match reaction. But some of you wouldn't give me a chance. The pen's ready. But some of you wouldn't give me a chance. But I'm telling you, that's what we're going to talk about in the instant match reaction. Why is Joseph not going and getting the penalty when he needs a goal? When he needs a goal, why is he not going and taking the penalty? Al says, nothing wrong with a little nibble, bro. That's why we watch. Mate, I don't nibble a lot. I try my hardest to not nibble at the chat. I've always been like that. You know, there'll be some disagreements in there, but I think you guys can be honest with me and say to me, look, yeah, you don't do that, because I don't. I've always kept the chat as the chat is. I've never really started arguments or had arguments on there, but like, I get it happens. I understand. Different opinions. Brilliant football from Solomon. Really good feet. Looking for options, putting his hand out, and there's no options. Leeds just haven't been good, have we? No one wants the ball, lads. Nobody wants the ball. It looks like they've got 50 players on the pitch. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Don't know. Ramazani. Oh, it's a right ball in. It's a right ball in from Ramazani. Where is Joseph there, mate? It's got to be there. It's got to be there. That's a prime opportunity for him. Brilliant ball in from Ramazani. He's got to be tapping that one in. Got to be tapping it in. Ball over the top. Gosh, this pet, get me out of this. Mate, Pinky, fucking hell, this has been like the worst stream. I'll be honest, I ain't enjoyed this whatsoever. We now have felt that loss again, haven't we? We've lost one game in 15, so yeah, it's not been ideal. Ramazani. Peru. Tough watch. Ollie says, I'd take J. Roy Crott or Lasoga back after Joseph. Fair enough. Oh, dear. Scott says, I suspect today's performance stems from the manager. I can imagine Farker playing the game's importance down and focusing on the league, and the team selection supports this. Yeah, exactly. That's the bigger picture, mate. The bigger picture. Oh, mate, I'm going to have to redo. Oh, I've just thought of the thumbnail that's on the post-match. I haven't done that, by the way. I haven't done that, by the way. Win, lose, or draw, great company, Connor. You too, mate. You too. Alan says, just subscribe to your channel. I'm a Blade and love your battle lines with Jimmy. Wouldn't worry over the cup. You lads will win the league. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Hopefully. Just top two. I'm not even bothered about the league. I think we will win the league, but yeah. I mean, Millwall, the amount of times they've been on the floor as well has been quite drastic, hasn't it? Zayshawn says, fair play to Millwall. It's like when we lost the Borough in the Carabao Cup. Not bothered about it. Great content as always. They've been the better team. They've been the better team. They've been really good. You know, got to hold it. They've been good. We've had a good team on in this second half. It's not like we had a bad team on, but 10 changes. I think they only made 3, as I keep saying. So they've got a little bit more of a unit on who, you know, they're a little bit more aware of each other. But Millwall have been really good. They've been really good. Well worth the win. Yeah, exactly. Sunderland getting beat as is this result. I agree. Exactly, John. Exactly. But you got to laugh at it, haven't you? You got to laugh at it. There'd have been a time where this would have absolutely bothered me big time. It does when you're watching Leeds, naturally. When Leeds lose, it really affects my mood badly. So you can probably tell that right now. Like it hurts on a. Yeah. Someone's gut punch. I hate Leeds losing at any level. At any level, I hate them losing. So yeah, you'll see a little bit more emotion from me when we're losing the game. Yeah, bothers me. The thing is, I want them all to do well. You see, you know, I want them all to do well. I'm not asked that out of agendas or narratives or whatever. I'm not here to be proven right. As I've mentioned, you lot all seem to think that I've got something for Joseph. He's not been good today. He hasn't been good. And a lot of you are right in what you're saying. I just want them all to do well. So is what it is. Leeds have lost the game. Oh God, annoyed, very annoyed. Right, we're going to be on the instant match reaction, and then we're going to get the fan forum going as well because these guys need to help me out a little bit. I'll see you over there, everyone, and I will see you soon. I think you'll be automatically redirected, so I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.